Thunderstruck. Oh, happy Monday. This portion of the program is brought to you by NCA National Certified Alarms on long-term contracts, license number 645. I was very appreciative of young Kenneth last night, young Ken.
How's that?
Because Ken told Dan and I, as we were waiting around for this weather to show up, you guys who have to get up, you and Matt said, you guys who have to get up early, go to bed.
Yeah.
And we did.
Yeah, because it was dragging on and it was getting late.
It was.
And you boys have to get up at, 1 o'clock?
Yeah, right around 1 or 2. Well, I was woken by about 12:30. Thanks, because the Lord wants to remind me that nature will wake you up as much as mess you up.
I'm telling you, man, that was some thunder.
Yeah.
And you're not going to show any appreciation for what he did for you today?
Who?
Ken.
Oh, yeah, he brought me in peanut butter cups.
Yeah, there you go.
Because you know
I'm
what?
just paying Brother Chad back.
I don't need enough peanut butter. That's what I've been telling myself every day. I'm like, Chad, you know what you need? More peanut butter.
I asked him today, I said, how much did you shovel in your face while you're doing your national show?
So, you know, it's I have too much. I know that. I got to move it. It's becoming more than a habit. I feel shame after a second bite. I'm like, oh, my God, second bite.
Chad, what's with the track marks? Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. I'm having some trouble. That was nasty. God, I ate so much. I try not to on the weekends. That's when I abstain from it. I'm like, don't go down there. The peanut butter's in the studio. If you stay here, you're going to be fine. But, man, I tell you what, that last night was, because we were waiting, and, you know, we were all hands on deck, and Matt and Chris and Ken and everybody doing their thing last night. Dan and I waiting around because we're trying to figure out. I'm like, I can go to the studio. But I thought it was, because my weather kept changing. It's going to be here at 6. I'm like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Maybe 7. But then it's like 9:30 or whatever. And I'm waiting for Ken to give me the go. And then Ken and Matt are just, go to bed, you two. We're like, all right, cool.
It was almost 11 when I think that was when the tornado warning hit.
Yeah.
It was almost 11?
Well, no, we had an initial tornado warning not long after 9 o'clock. And it was all the tornado warnings were radar indicated. So now there's going to be some National Weather Service surveyors out in parts of Middle Tennessee today to check to see if there were actual tornadoes that did some of the damage, especially down there in Lawrence County. It looks like that may have been a tornado, but we got damage in Murray County too, which could have been straight line winds.
Yeah, well, I was watching our good buddy Dan Thomas, talking about in some of the areas, they were hitting 74 miles an hour, which puts it at hurricane level winds.
Right. Yeah. Straight line winds like that, you don't need a tornado.
No.
That is tornadic wind.
That is nasty.
I would personally like to thank Teresa Broyles-Applin for having her people ready to go and on standby for when everything went south.
Well,
she really pulled through for us.
At one time, they had overnight. It was they were up at like 20,000, but I was across the board. Everybody, it was about 20,000 through Middle Tennessee, and now would you say there's like 8?
Yeah, there's right now NES customers. There's 28 customers without service, and that may or may not be weather related.
Yeah.
Middle Tennessee Electric has 5 outages. You know, so at one point there was definitely over 10,000 outages last night, but it looks like everybody's making quick work of it this morning.
Well, the lady definitely knows how to close the barn door after the horse is out.
She does. It's all good now. It's too late now, lady. It's too late now. But I will tell you, it was because like you said, Ken, I had my giant fan on. I had another fan on. Ken's like, I got a noise machine. It didn't matter. And then the lightning was massive, and you could just see it, like the room would light up, and I'm like, this is not going well for me.
Yeah, Mason's backyard got struck.
By lightning?
But yeah, he said there's a metal railing around his backyard, and it hit that, and the thunder was almost pretty much immediate, and then it lit up his living room, just like the sun was out.
I bet, man. I've never been that close to a lightning strike. I've been pretty close, but I don't know if I've been backyard close.
It is I will say it's an interesting thing, just the weather. I mean, weather, like, because you and I, so we have cold today, and by the way, I was coming in, it was little flurry here and there, and the wind is biting.
Yes, sir.
Right? And then, overnight tonight, it's going to be kind of the same tomorrow, a little bit warmer. Then Wednesday, warm up. And by the weekend, it's 80s. We're in our bikinis.
Yes, sir. Our Speedos.
Oh, big time. Banana hammock. Let's do this.
Going to be all greased up with some of that 70s suntan lotion.
Oh, yeah.
Did you say banana hammock?
Banana hammock.
Princess Consuela?
Little
Banana hammock?
Banana hammock's going to be awesome, man. I'm going to be out there all tanned up like I'm George Harrison or whatever. What was that guy's name? George?
Yeah, what was that guy?
The dude, the
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
George
George Hamilton. He
Hamilton.
was so tan. That's what I'm going to look like this weekend. I'm going to look like. I'm going to put.
He makes Trump look like an amateur.
Oh, big time. I'm going to put that because you know, like if you know, you know, right, like that. If you know, you put on what? Cooking oil. Woo!
Yeah.
You want to turn tan? Put a little cooking oil on you, baby.
Yeah, that's what Kramer did, and he fell asleep.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, you're going to end
No,
up.
that was butter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was using butter.
Yeah,
that's right. He was using.
Right, you put cooking oil, a little cooking oil. Woo! You're going to get so tan.
Oh man, what was that stuff in the 70s? Was it Tropicana?
Tropicana.
Yeah.
Remember the Tropicana? What was the one? Was that the one with the little girls? The dog was pulling the pants, her
Something like
her bikini down. It's like one of those. That's it. Tropicana in the brown thing with the yellow lid.
yes.
Oh, God, it's getting so tan. It wasn't protecting you from anything.
No.
It's like, do you want to be shiny and have cancer? Try Tropicana. UV schmovie.
You were like a greased pig with that stuff on.
So even if you went in the water, it just repelled the water. That's all it did. It was so awesome. Yeah, that's what it's going to be like this weekend. So be prepared for that, people.
Oh, man, it's going to be so good.
It
we
is.
just got to get through these next couple of days.
Yeah.
Tonight is going to be absolutely vulgar. It's just going to be vulgar tonight.
Yes.
Low around 24 with the wind still up to 15 miles per hour, maybe as high as 20 miles per hour. So there goes your wind chill factor, which will be vulgar. And then tomorrow, full sun tomorrow and warmer, 41 tomorrow. Then back down to 29 tomorrow night. But then Wednesday, like you said, Brother Chad, partly sunny, high near 60. And it just gets better from there.
That's right, people. It was copper tone.
Copper tone, that's
tone.
it.
That's right.
Tropicana's orange juice.
Yeah. Hey, shut up, Bell. You don't know. You have a head, so you can't even put anything on.
Brother Bill, he was just letting us sink ourselves.
He was.
He
That's
knew
okay.
it the whole time.
I did.
Just copper tone. Oh, whatever it was, it did very little. Did somebody say banana boat? Banana boat was the one where you would put it on you'd put it on your face and especially your nose, and it would just always stay white.
That's right.
That's all it was. It was like paste. You just
Well,
put
yeah,
paste
that was
on it.
zinc oxide.
Yeah, zinc. But that's what banana boat. I've tried them all. It never worked. The reason people always ask me why, like I used to love when I moved to England when I was a kid, because I have red hair and fair. I'm a ginger. I hated the sun when I was younger because I could get burnt by the moon, and it sucked. It sucked. It did.
You get burnt by a 25-watt light bulb.
Then I went to England. I'm like, this is my home. There was no sun whatsoever, and if it came out, it was for a fleeting moment.
Yeah.
And that's why, But as I got older, I learned to appreciate it. And I also learned to reapply.
Yes, sir.
Always reapply.
Yeah.
Like my grandmother was so brown. She was like George Hamilton. She was so brown because she spent every day at the beach. And then we had a pool. She spent every day at the pool. She was so tan. I could never do that. I would just get burnt really bad, and then I couldn't lay on my sheets for a night. Like that's how bad I got burnt one time so bad that I had to go to the hospital.
I bet, man. Yeah.
It was nasty. It was so and I bubbled up for days. And you just lay on your sheets and you roll over and it just stick to you because you're just all like it was gross.
Yeah.
And I tried to put stuff on. It didn't matter. Oh, my. Hawaiian Tropic was the best. Banana boat. Went with the banana hammock. That's right. Yeah. So, yeah, girls did cover themselves in baby oil. We didn't know, okay? It was kind of like smoking. We didn't know how bad the sun was or wasn't for us. We knew it was good because it powered us. At the same time, little cancer.
Yeah.
Little cancer.
That's the drawback.
That is. I mean,
Well, we would have been fine with them getting cancer as long as we were the ones getting to rub the baby oil on them.
that was absolutely true. That was true. And then you get to the point where, like, for me, I was like, I'm just going to wear a rash guard all the time, which sucked, dude. My buddies were all tan. I had a rash guard on.
Yeah.
They're like, what's wrong with Chad? Let me tell you what's wrong with Chad, all right? Do you want me to be a lizard? You don't, okay? Nobody wants that.
I've got fair skin, okay?
Yeah. Oh, God, it was so fair. Now I don't. Now, but I will say, I'm not used to, I was telling my wife, when you're in Arizona, or California, like today, it's going to be like 100 degrees in Arizona. When you're in Arizona, it's sunny pretty much all the time. I always had some sort of sun. And this is now that I've moved out here, and I love it because it's so nice. But even this, I don't mind as long as I'm indoors. But it's weird because, I'm not used to being this pale. Because, man, out there, you can't. I mean,
No, sir.
I was, just like this, man. You live in the desert.
Yeah. It'll cook you, man. I mean, it's different there because the air is just thinner and you cook a lot faster.
Yes.
And it's just sun all the time. You've got to cover up at some point. You cannot go out there all day long, even if you're not fair skinned.
Yeah.
Well, the women cook a lot faster.
So they do. They do. Well, it's like even when I go play golf in the 115, 20-degree heat, which I did.
Right.
I wear a long sleeve shirt.
Yes.
Right. And I would wear, I'd have my hat on. I'd reapply like 20 times because you have to if you want to be out there. And that's why when you see guys working in the heat, a lot of times they wear long sleeve shirts and they're dropping water on them because it cools them down. But also they don't want to get sunburned. It's awful. But I'm looking forward to the sun this weekend.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be nice.
Especially after today.
Yeah, today was. I got in my car. I'm like, oh, it's not too bad. Then I went across the street to Virginia's to get myself a little drink. I got out of the car. I didn't feel the wind inside of my parking garage, and the wind cut me in half.
Right.
I was like, this sucks. Thank God I didn't walk today. Oh, so much stuff to get to. The Oscars. Oh, baby. How did I do my picks? The Oscars and the Razzies. I will tell you, hopefully you put a little money on it. Hopefully, if this, I mean, I did, but still, I hope you did. I was blown away at once again, never seeing any of the movies but 1.5.
There was only one I really cared about, and the one I wanted to win didn't.
Which one was that?
Best Picture. I wanted Vampires to win.
Yeah, those Sinners.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
No.
Oh, but still, it's vampires.
Well, I've seen clips,
Yeah.
and I've read so much
About
so
it?
many reviews about it.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't think I've come across a negative review.
No, there hasn't been. It was a great movie. We'll talk a bit about that. We'll talk a little bit about Iran, what's going on over there. Plus, the cost of cars. There is a new, it's not even a new study. It is terrifying. People now, the average person is being priced out of new cars. Just like
Wonderful.
their homes. That's insane. Insane.
Well, that's why we have 120-month loans now.
6,500 months loans where you pay 492 more of these payments, and this is mine. We'll talk about that among other things. This is the Chad Bench Show, Super Talk 99.7. Oh, Relief Factor is awesome. I take it every single day. I've been working out a lot, and I will tell you this right now. What is great is, as I'm trying to build up my lung capacity and stuff, I'm doing lots of stairs and stuff, which normally just crush my legs. No, I feel amazing. Thanks to Relief Factor. Naturally formatted, absolutely incredible. And now they've got black pepper extract, which helps Relief Factor get into your blood flow in your body sooner. So, like anything, when you take it, you want to get the most out of it, and you're going to with Relief Factor. So if you struggle with the everyday aches and pains of life, get out of that. It doesn't have to be your new normal. Relief Factor is going to help you with that. So this is what I want you to do. You go to relieffactor.com right now. It is $19.95 for a 3-week quick start. I swear by this stuff. And when I mean I'm lifting more weights, I'm feeling so much better. I'm dropping weight, but I'm also doing things I haven't done for a while. My knees don't hurt. My back doesn't hurt. Thank you, Relief Factor. Try it for yourself. Go to relieffactor.com, relieffactor.com. We'll call 800-4RELIEF, 800, the number 4RELIEF for Relief Factor.
Big jobs news for Middle Tennessee, and a major hospital in Middle Tennessee reports providers have no access to their patients' records. These stories and more coming up at 12:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Uh-oh, somebody hacked?
Not sure, man.
Or just somebody forgot the password.
That would be better than the alternative.
Yeah, I'm watching The Pit, which is a great show, by the way, with Noah Wiley's new show. And in it, they're hacked. This is the second season, and they're hacked. So they're having to go back to hand, like doing everything by hand. It is, it's frustrating for all of them because they're not, especially the younger doctors who have never had to write anything by hand.
So this is really, The Pit's just really an ER sequel, right?
No,
Yeah,
it's way better than ER.
We'll watch when George Clooney does a guest appearance. And we'll talk about
it's better than ER. Obviously, it's a little bit more rough than ER, and the characters, some of them are very unlikable, like super unlikable, and so it's I'm watching that, and I found a new show yesterday called The Madison, which Ken, I know you would love.
It's
Kurt Russell and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Freaking love Kurt Russell.
Absolutely awesome.
So it's good, huh?
It is incredible. It is so awesome to watch.
Do they talk about the thing in it?
They do. That's pretty much the whole movie.
Awesome.
He goes out to Montana because he knows that's where the thing is. He's going to do some fly fishing, and then he's like, then I'm going to go catch the thing.
Got to go catch the thing.
Got to catch the thing. That damn thing. But it is really good.
When I was a kid, I was so naive about how TV worked. And this is when I was like, 6, 7, 8 years old. I thought that when the Fall Guy came on TV, that there might be a chance the $6 Million Man would be on it.
Oh, man. I love that. The Fall Guy. He sang the song.
He did.
It was a great song. Great song. Unfortunately, he was in the new Fall Guy. He and Heather Thomas. She was in the Fall Guy, too.
Well, they better get the damn $6 billion man movie going before he passes away.
Well, yeah, because that was originally supposed to be Matt Damon, I think. It was,
no, Marky Mark.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be Marky Mark. Because they all look the same to me. White guys.
Kylie would agree.
So, yeah, totally. But, yeah, that was that would have been crazy to watch. If they can get that up, because now $6 billion, and just go the same $6 million, all that. My little brother, who's in a wheelchair, can't breathe, can't do it. He costs way more than $6 million, and he has no ninja skills whatsoever.
By the time they get this movie out, it'll be the $60 billion man.
$60 trillion man.
How old is Lee Majors?
He's got to be 85-ish?
Yeah, 80. I was going to say 82 or 83.
He's got to be in the mid-80s. Come on, you. 86.
Oh,
wow.
Man.
On April 20, he was born April 23rd, 1939.
Damn. That's crazy.
God, he was born the year World War II started. That's crazy.
That is crazy. That is so crazy. I mean, it's what's going over, like, what's his name? Jim Clyburn's going to run again for re-election. And we're like, well, that's, South Carolina. Remember Strom Thurmond? Strom Thurmond was the governor. Like, he died. He was 100. He was still serving. Strom Thurmond was the governor while World War II was going on. Wow. And he served all the way to, to basically the day he died.
I think those last 3 years, he was actually dead, and they were just propping him up on the floor.
He may still be there. We don't know. He and Dianne Feinstein. No. Remember where she's like, at the point at the end, this is how old politicians are nowadays. At the end, she was like the lady from Christmas Vacation. They want you to vote. She's like, I pledge allegiance.
Yes. Yeah, Aunt Gladys, was that her name?
Yeah,
no, that's
yeah. Was that her name, Aunt Gladys? She wrapped up her cat.
I think I'm thinking of the witch movie.
So, but they told her, hey, we've really
Bethany, Aunt Bethany.
Yeah, we've missed you around here. And she goes, I haven't been anywhere. And she hadn't been there for 3 months. That is a disgrace.
And she looked like she was having a stroke while they were interviewing her.
Yeah.
That's how bad off.
And her aides were telling her how to vote.
Yes. I mean, and they don't want to get, here's the thing. When you're an aide like that, you've probably been with her 20 or 30 years. the amount of stuff that you know, the things that you're able to do, you have all of the fun with none of the pressure, and you don't want to give up your power. So you know how she'd vote, right? Just tell her, just vote yes.
Yeah.
I vote yes.
That's what they did.
Yeah, just so crazy. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. Coming up, the Oscars last night. Let's see how I did. Plus, how expensive are new cars? And do we know who Banksy is? The mysterious artiste.
I hope not.
Was he finally unmasked? Because, what was that? It was the girl in the balloon. Remember
Yes, girl holding
red
She
balloon.
was in black, and the balloon was red.
In red. And
Yeah.
the minute that they sold it for 25.4, as they were standing there holding it, it went zzz.
Yeah, there was a shredder in the frame.
Yeah. So, that's part of the Banksy thing. But we'll talk a bit about that as well. A bunch of other stuff still straight ahead. Chad Bento, Super Tough, 99 Sip.
.30 on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Just got to get past these next few days, get past this little freezing spell, and we are going to be in for some nice weather. Well, if you've tried checking your medical chart this morning, you may be in for a surprise. Vanderbilt Health says a system disruption is blocking access to its My Health patient portal. Patients can't see records, reach doctors online, or complete telehealth visits. The health system posting a banner warning that appointments are being rescheduled. They're apologizing while crews work to restore service. Apparently, this is a nationwide thing. I'm getting messages from listeners who are telling me that their dentist offices are closed today because providers cannot access patient charts. Operation Epic Fury update. President Trump says the campaign against Iran has been successful.
They have been literally obliterated. The Air Force is gone. The Navy is gone. Many ships have been sunk. They're warfighting ships, but I guess they didn't know how to use them.
Iran's still sending missiles and drones to neighboring countries, and the president now appealing to other countries to help ensure safe passage in the Strait of Hormuz. Big jobs news today here in Middle Tennessee. Create Energy ramping up operations, announcing a major expansion that'll bring 1,000 jobs. The renewable energy manufacturer is investing more than $78 million across Robertson and Sumner counties. Its newly acquired Orlinda facility will handle most production and account for nearly all of the new positions. The company's existing Portland location will see a smaller expansion focused on research and global partnerships. That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
All right. Wellness Institute of Nashville is ready to help you when it comes to your back. You got bad back pains. I'm not talking about you got some muscle pains. I'm talking about real issues with your spine, right? You got sciatic issues. You got bulging discs, things of that nature. Go see the Wellness right now. 47% off non-surgical decompression with our good buddy. And my doctor should be yours, Dr. Mitchell at the Wellness. And let me tell you why. They've got amazing things. They get the robot lasers, anti-gravity machines, but now they've got the HydroWave, which is a new machine that only they have in the state of Tennessee, which actually it stimulates your very own stem cells and helps with repair. It is incredible. If you're sick and tired of being, well, just in pain, live a new life with the Wellness Institute. Start a pain-free life. It is absolutely possible. So why don't you do this? Call them today. Take advantage of 47% off, 615-246-5009, 615-246-5009. Check them out online at painisbad.com. Go see Dr. Mitchell. They are my doctors. They should be yours as well. Painisbad.com for the Wellness Institute of Nashville. Life is more expensive. So last year, this is crazy. Last year, average price for a new vehicle, $744 a month. I mean, $774 a month.
No.
That's the average new
I'm
car
not
payment.
paying that.
Well, nobody
No
asked
way,
you to.
dude.
Nobody asked you to.
This is why I buy used cars. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. So it was crazy. It's over $800 now. On average, with insurance, you're heading towards $1,000. In fact, 20% of people before insurance already have $1,000 payments. $1,000.
I wonder what percentage of people financially can actually afford that, and they're not just going out on a limb.
I would assume. I don't know, man.
I mean, because what would you need to make a year for that to be a reasonable payment?
Well, let's see here. So,
Depends on what your other expenses
Yeah.
are, I guess.
but let's just say, okay, so let's just say you make 60 grand a year after taxes, you know, depending on where you live or whatever. Maybe you're taking home 3,800 or 3,500. If you're paying $1,000 a month for your payment, let's just say it's $750 a month plus all your other stuff. That's $1,000 a month before your rent, before your any of your other stuff, right off the top.
Plus gas.
Plus gas, gone up a little bit. But I mean, how many of us listening now are going? You're paying $1,000 a month. 10, 15 years ago, if you're paying $1,000 a month, you probably had something that was really high end German,
Yeah.
right?
You had a car that the ladies wanted to hang out with you.
Yeah, no
because
matter
of.
how ugly, you got out of the burn ward and be like, oh, look at him, he looks great. He doesn't even have eyelids.
You mean the car looks great? No. I mean, he looks
he
great.
looks delicious. You know, I mean, that's now. What do you have, like a Honda Prelude?
You ought to see the looks I get with my Elantra.
Well, dude, it's because of you, bro.
You're married. Put your eyes back in the sockets.
Yeah, you're married. I saw you on the old Insta going to some Monday night thing. I don't know what
Yeah.
that place was, but it looked cool, dude.
Yeah, it's over there on the east. Well, actually, it's the west bank of the river, in east downtown Nashville.
It looks
Monday
like a
night
place you could go get
preservation.
mugged at.
No, it's actually a pretty nice area.
So,
Very nice. They've built it up.
well, when you took a picture from, it looked like it was the backyard, like the back of an abandoned building.
That's what they are. They're old abandoned warehouses. And just like some breweries have moved in over there, some restaurants, and got a lot of nice areas you can sit and sip on some ice cold brew.
Yeah.
Well, let's get their property taxes up.
See, but you know, the good news is you roll in there with your car, and people are like, damn, look at
Yeah,
this guy.
look at that. Man, what is that? Is that a 2013 Elantra?
So, I bet that thing almost had air conditioning.
I bet you that air conditioner just freezes him out.
Oh my God! Somebody said my car payment's $944 because I have to own a brand new car that's covered under warranty.
Son of a biscuit eater.
So,
Have to? I have to?
well, because he has delivery jobs, makes $1,200 a week. Okay, you know, I mean that's steep.
Yeah, sometimes you got to have something like that.
Yeah, you know, and if you think about, okay, so if you're spending 60 grand for a car and you get a condo for what, 300, it's only 5 cars. Think about it. That's insane. And then just the cost of insurance, because you have to have all the stuff to cover for insurance. You have to have, and then of course gas and all this. I mean, it is.
Yeah, and when you got payments, you have to have full insurance on it too.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, look at this. 70,000. Just got it last week. 1,100 a month.
Son of a biscuit eater.
1,100 a month. But you got a truck. Chances are you need it for something. Now, if you go buy a $100,000 truck or $70,000 truck and you don't ever, like the bed will never be used. That's an interesting thing. You're never going to tow anything. Like Ken, at least his car can tow stuff.
I don't know about that.
Not far.
I couldn't get one of those boats out.
No, you couldn't. We're trying.
I will allow for the caveat that if you're spending that much money because you want your car to help you get chicks, I got no problem with that.
No. It's a solid move right there.
You know, I mean, sometimes embedded in the cost, though, are deals like on maintenance.
Yeah.
Where, like, you know, you may have a couple of years of oil changes that are free of charge, that sort of thing. So sometimes you got to kind of add that into it. But still, I know where I'm at in life. There's no way I could afford $1,000 a month for a car. I could not do
Well, you
that.
could. You just have to live in it.
Yeah. That's right.
I could do two things. I could drive around in something cool, or I could have a house.
If only this seat would go back further.
Well, if you live in it, you can combine the two.
That's right. An RV. It's a recreational vehicle. So what kind of payment, Sandra wants to know, you're using it for deliveries? Well, I mean, think about it. If you're using it for
livelihood.
Yeah, your livelihood, whether you work for maybe an Amazon, but maybe you work for like a lot of companies out there, medical deliveries, stuff like that you make some decent money doing that. Yeah, I could see that. And, if you got a good warranty, that's fine, but that's your job. That's also your office.
Right.
But still, my God. Well, I mean, that is insane.
I'm telling you, man, we're going to drive our cars into the ground.
To the ground. To the absolute ground. That's why I live so close to work, so I don't have to drive my car. I put gas in before the war. Before the war.
We're on, we're on week 3.
Week 3.
Yeah, week 3.
Before the war, I put gas in. We still have like 110 miles left because we have going nowhere.
That's the way to go, Brother Chad.
I love it, baby. I love it.
I think I put more miles on your car when you were letting me borrow it than you do in a month.
Oh, this cannot be real. You ready for this? 110K truck, payment $23.16.
Goodness.
Sweet mother of good. Now,
I bet you that's a sweet truck.
I bet it is, man. Is it one of those Raptors? One of those awesome Raptors? But I just can't fathom, because I've come from, again, my grandparents, they grew up in that Dust Bowl time, It was like you save everything.
Yep.
My wife still gets mad at me because I'll make a sandwich and I'll bring home the little, not the wrapper, but I'll put the sandwich inside one of those plastic bags.
Yeah.
And I'll show it. I'm like, honey, look, I brought this home. She just looks at me and goes, what is wrong with you? I grew up in a different time with different weird grandparents. So, just insane.
Yeah, my grandparents on my dad's side, they shut the air conditioning. Well, they didn't even have air conditioning. They had a swamp cooler in Oklahoma.
Oh, good God.
Well, that's why we didn't spend the night with Grandma and Grandpa Weaver very often.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember when I lived in Iceland, my parents bought a Volkswagen, Beetle.
Yeah.
And it didn't have air conditioning in it. Of course, in Iceland, that's a little less of a worry.
Yeah.
But when we got back to the States, that car went away real quick, and they bought one with air conditioning.
Oh, I had a 65 Cherry Bug slammed when Jack was first born. It was awesome, but it didn't have any air conditioning. But then again, I lived in Southern California, so I didn't care because it was 75 all the time.
Yeah, you didn't need it.
No, I didn't need it. And just like when I lived in Europe, people get freaked out. They move over to Europe and they're like, what do you mean there's no air conditioning? Yeah, we don't have any air conditioning. What happens when it gets hot? Open the window. Well, that's where the hot comes from. So
once you get used to it,
you do.
It's not
You
that
get
big
used
a
to
deal.
it. Man, look at these payments. That is insane. I could never think about just the 5-year, no money down, Chevy 6500. That's what his payment is.
Wow.
But you're probably using it I hope you're using it for work. Oh, it's an awesome looking truck. You got to be using that thing for work. $2,300 a month. One guy said, I talked to a salesman once. He said, because the payment he said was $800. He goes, you can live in your car, but you can't drive your house.
That's not untrue. That's really not untrue.
And I thought, what? Chad, you still have 110 miles to go. Where did you buy your car? At Flintstone Auto Group? No, I walk to work. We go nowhere. We have, my wife went, because we can't go shopping anymore because it's really bad. We just throw stuff in there.
Well, and when you do need stuff, there's places close to you that you can walk to.
Yes.
And if you guys want to go out to eat, you're right there off Broadway. There's plenty of places over there to go eat.
$1,550 a month. Took 0% for 36 months. $87K truck. That's how much it cost. Oh my Lord, that is just crazy. But you know what? We're all, because we pay almost double for, I try to pay. I think I pay like $600 a month, but I'm trying to pay it off as fast as possible. And it just, I hate payments, and it drives me crazy. My wife knows that, so that's why we're trying to pay it off as fast as possible. But when you think about the fact that if the average person's making 50 grand a year and they need a new car, they're going to end up spending 50.
Yeah.
Find that used car. But a lot of times, which they'd rather sell you, by the way, they make more money off the used car. Save yourself that, because the minute you drive it off the lot, down it goes.
Yeah, you might as well have bought used.
Yes.
And it's not just that initial either. I think the average monthly depreciation on some cars is upwards of 10%,
Yeah.
12%.
Oh, God. And if you've got a truck, so you got a big truck, and that's your job, $2,300 a month, you're able to appreciate some of that. You're writing all of that stuff off because it's your actual job. When you look at these payments, that is not what this is for the most part. Most people are paying $800 a month for a new vehicle. And the rates are starting to go up. People just starting to turn their cars in because and you can't even find, remember how bad it was during the pandemic, how you couldn't even find a used car anywhere for decent because there was no more chips. So trying to find a car was hard. So I just look at this and think, my God, that is crazy. I mean, the amount of money people are spending and what's happening now. I mean, if you're spending $1,000 a month, this one lady, she's a nurse. She's 32. Her engine in her 2011 Equinox died. She said, without enough savings or a credit score the dealership required, she put off buying a car. She finally got one. It's $1,000 a month with her commute, about 2 hours round trip. She had no choice but to get a car. And, she goes, it was crazy, the amount of money. She said daily Uber cost. Are you ready for this? Because while she had to save for that daily Uber cost, she was only saving about $2,500, less than half of what she wanted to save because it was so expensive taking the Uber. Well, you know that, Bell.
Oh, yeah. I was a kick in the ass when NES was nice enough to leave their power line draped over my car for 2 weeks. But taking an Uber from where I live up in Madison to the station, depending on the time of day, usually around $18 to $23.
Damn. So think about if you live normally 45 minutes away, like if you live where Ken lives, could you imagine having to take an Uber every day? I mean,
Lord
it's
have
like once in a while, yeah, maybe you need to do something like that, but knowing you don't have a car and knowing that if you were going to take the bus, you'd have to left yesterday to get here today. That is just, you can't be, because, you live in New York City, you live in London, you live in some of these places where they built up, not out. You don't need a car. I have friends who live in New York. I have friends who don't even have licenses, and they're in their 30s and 40s.
Because you don't need it.
Because you don't need it.
You got trains.
Yeah. But I tell you what, and they live outside a bit. But I'll tell you what, you live most places in America, we like to drive. We built out, not up.
How expensive are taxis in New York?
They're fairly expensive. I mean, it's the battle with Uber, really, because there was always this battle, but they're fairly expensive because those medallions are expensive. You have to buy those medallions.
Those actually go up for auction, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah. So just insane. And
saw a Waymo this weekend, boys, over on the East Loop.
Oh.
Right in the center lane.
I've seen those at least half a dozen times, and I thought they were Google Maps.
Oh, the Google Maps?
Yeah.
Yeah. The ghost cars?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. At least the good news is you don't have to tip, but I can almost guarantee you there's going to be a tip on there that'll look and say, would you like to tip? Tip who?
The car.
Oh, God. Crazy.
Getting into Herbie the Love Bug area
I love
of
Herbie
life.
the Love Bug. You know what? I'll pay $1,000 a month for Herbie the Love Bug. I would do that.
Wonder how much it would cost to take a Waymo back and forth from Nashville to Murfreesboro. Can you even do that?
I would assume you can. I don't know what it would cost. I would assume it costs,
Like
40,
about the same as an Uber?
Let's see if the Google machine will tell us.
like $40, $38, depending on the time. Or is there, are they surging in price? Are you getting because Waymo only has their cars, right? They don't have like Waymo Black, like Uber does. Uber Black, Uber Personal, Uber Share.
Right. It's just a car.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's see here.
Hey, look at everybody talking about how old their cars are.
Mine's real old. Mine's 13
between
years old.
$60 and $100 to go from Murfreesboro to Nashville.
Oh, Okay, let's not do that.
That'd be a lot of money every day.
Well, yeah.
That's-
Well, you're
that's
going to go
one
back
way.
and forth. So you're
that's
spending
one way.
$1,000 a week. So it's $4,000. You might as well get a Bentley.
Might as well.
Because you know what? You can live in your Bentley. You can live large. She's going to be like, "Can we go back to your place?" You're like, "We're already here."
That's what Phil Valentine did when a deer jumped into his Mercedes and totaled his Mercedes. He went and got a Bentley.
Get a Bentley. Would you like a car that's going to break down all the time and cost you $20,000 for oil change? Boy, would I. So I'll pass on that. But those things, I follow this guy who goes and buys like cars that are awesome, but they're kind of busted. He bought a Bentley. And he goes, he spent like 30 grand on it. It was a Continental. Like when you bought it back in the day, it was like $300,000. He goes, yeah, this is a nightmare. This has been a nightmare. And he just bought a Phantom. Oh, so nice.
Don't those retail at 500,000?
He bought it for 80 grand. It was the cheapest Phantom. But he goes, I'll tell you why. Because it's cost me a lot of money to keep it running.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's it, man. I'll tell you what. So if you're going to spend $1,000 on a car, make sure it's an RV. Because you know what? You can drive your house at that point.
That's true.
That's what I'm
Can
telling
indeed.
you right
You just got to change out the toilet system.
there. That's right. Coming up, Banksy uncovered. We shall discuss that, among other things, straight ahead. Chad Bench, Super Talk 99.7. My good friends over at Bulwark are doing something awesome. It is a webinar. It is the 2nd of April, right? 5:30 our time. And it is about 45 minutes. My buddy Zach will walk you through everything they do when it comes to investments, AI, tech world, what's going on in the war, how can that affect you? And they cut through the market noise. That's a big thing. Let us cut through the market noise. Keep it simple, stupid. Show you guys what it is we do and how we can help you. It's absolutely free. It is happening on the 2nd at 5:30 our time. You can schedule right now as well with your free Know Your Risk portfolio review and get Zach's daily market recap. And it doesn't cost you a penny. Go to knowyourriskpodcast.com. That's KNOW, yourriskpodcast.com for their free live webinar from Bulwark Capital, April 2nd, 5:30 our time. Investment advisory service offered through Trek Financial LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. Investment involved risk, not a guarantee. Past performance, not guarantee future results. Trek 2648.
Well, it looks like a major outage has been resolved that was keeping patients' records from providers. And a Costco recall impacts shoppers in Tennessee. What you need to know coming up next at 1. A Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Well, that's going to do it for us here.
Coming up. Next hour, we're going to do a little Bad Movie Monday. Got a great bad movie for everybody to watch. Banksy. If you guys don't know who he is, he's an artist. He's what they call a guerrilla artist. Something will just show up somewhere, and people will, like, marvel at it. He does regular art as well, but it's all kind of odd. But a lot of it is the guerrilla art on the streets, the whole 9 yards. Nobody knew who he was, but apparently he's been unmasked. He's 51. His name is Robin Gunningham. He's from Bristol. Very nice, Bristol. But he changed his name to David Jones because it's one of the most common names in Britain, according to an identification application that was put in. He got into a fight in 2000, was arrested by NYPD with a Jamaican photographer, Peter Dean Richards, and he signed a handwritten confession at that time, and they had to do a lot of digging, but apparently they have outed him now. And if you know anything about Banksy, it's the kind of thing where if there was something painted on your wall, you need to cut it out because it's worth millions. Well, it was. Now that we know that he looks like a middle school teacher, I don't know how cool that is. And Belle and I were asking the question, why? Why did we need to know?
Yeah, it's what was the point of diminishing the mystery and the appreciation of his art?
Yeah, I think it's a fair question. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Also, some stuff about Iran, a bunch of other good stuff on the way. This is the Chad Benson Show. Super Talk 99.7.
One o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Drivers, we've got several cars in a crash blocking the center lane of northbound 65 right before the northern split. You got that center lane blocked right there in mile marker 86. A major Middle Tennessee hospital lost access to patient records. Vanderbilt University Medical Center says a system outage early this morning left providers unable to access any patient medical records. The issue tied to Epic, the National Electronic Health Record System. Vanderbilt University Hospital briefly went on diversion status while teams worked to restore access. By late this morning, VUMC reported the problem was resolved. Normal operations had resumed. I also got some messages from listeners that said their dentist office was closed because of this outage. A Costco recall impacts shoppers here in Tennessee. Costco recalling its pre-made meatloaf with mashed Yukon potatoes and glaze meal kits because of possible salmonella contamination. The recall covers products sold between March 2nd and the 13th, including here in Tennessee. Costco says an ingredient used in the meatloaf was pulled by a supplier. If you bought it, don't eat it, return it for a full refund. Operation Epic Fury. President Trump pressuring countries to depend on oil from the Strait of Hormuz to help the U.S. reopen the critical shipping lane. ABC News White House correspondent Karen Travers with more.
We have heard from these countries, and so far they have not committed to what the president is asking them to do. He spoke to the British Prime Minister yesterday, Keir Starmer, who said that they are having discussions about this and also talking with European allies and Gulf countries about how this could work. But Starmer was very clear. He kept using the word discussions repeatedly and said they're not yet at a decision point.
A Middle Tennessee community about to see a huge economic boost, more than 1,000 jobs coming as Create Energy launches a large-scale expansion, $78 million into new and existing facilities in Robertson and Sumner counties. No end in sight to the DHS funding standoff, and long lines at airports nationwide getting even worse after TSA agents missed their first full paycheck. ABC's Clara McMichael covers transportation, as said on the Start Here podcast.
These TSA officers haven't gotten full paychecks in over a month, and that has led to some call-outs recently as they've had to pick up some side gigs to earn extra cash. We've seen folks driving for Uber, people have been door dashing. This comes on the tail of another very long government shutdown a couple months ago when they were in the same situation.
Airports from Minneapolis to Atlanta reporting wait times that stretch more than 2 hours. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
What is up? Happy Monday's portion of the program is brought to you by National Certified Alarms, no long-term contracts, license number 645. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope all is well with you. We're still at, is it even war? Is that what we're calling it? Conflict? Kerfuffle? I said kerfuffle today. We hit that Karg Island. About time. That thing's been hit a bunch. Karg Island. You know.
It's pretty interesting the way that they were hitting the defenses of the island, but went out of their way not to hit the infrastructure for the oil.
Which, by the way, has been bombed a bunch. It is really Jimmy rigged on a lot of places. It can do, I was talking to my buddy last night, Jim, and he said that it could do about 4 million barrels, but really only can pump out about 1 million, 1.5 million. It's held together by, you know, a lick of paint, and some gum.
I thought that was where 90% of their oil was shipped out of.
Yeah, but as far as what they could do, because plus the infrastructure's old. A lot of that stuff is infrastructure super old. But we haven't destroyed that part of it, and that's good. We can't have that because it'd be a nightmare. And price has already gone up. I don't know. Have you guys, when's the last time you paid for gas? Any of you?
Saturday.
What'd you pay?
$3.29, which is about, I want to say 60 cents more than I usually pay.
That's about the same for me this morning.
Well, your car I thought was electric, Ken.
No.
Not all of it?
Not all of it.
Oh. So, yeah, that's not too bad. You know, it's not L.A. where it's like $7 a gallon.
I liked it better whenever I was paying $2.60 a gallon.
Yeah, that was awesome. We should do some more of that.
Yeah, I would much prefer that.
God, it's just, how long is this going to go on for? I don't know. I have no idea. Do I think that they're going to bomb them more? Of course. Do I think that some of our people that are our NATO allies may or may not come in and help? I have no idea, to be honest with you. I think at some point there, I know that Italy and the Brits were trying to talk to Iran on their own. And I know that Keir Starmer's like, I don't want to get into a fight. I don't want to expand the war. Ah.
Well, if their gas prices get to a certain point, they're either going to seriously amp up their diplomacy or they're just going to decide, let's drop a few bombs.
I don't know if they'll drop a few bombs. I don't know if they will. I know Trump would like that. Let's be real. Australia and Japan already told him no. They were outright, no, we're not doing this. Because they look at this as, you kind of broke it, you fix it. And so, MBS, from what the New York Times, several others are reporting, wants them to keep bombing. I have, at this point in time, I don't know what the end game is going to be and how long this is going to go on for. From what I understand, my contacts say Israel would like to go another 2 or 3 weeks, but they're running low. A lot of them are running low on their defenses. And so, and Europe also is pissed because we've allowed Putin to get around sanctions, and they look at that and say, all right, Putin's getting around sanctions. He is just raking in money, and doing so, he's going to have an opportunity to continue to fight and maybe expand the war is what they're looking at. So we'll see. You'll see gas prices, $3.69 in Murfreesboro.
Yep. I've seen that.
Oh, somebody just sent us something. Yeah. I used to live right here. Somebody sent me Arco on Elkhorn Boulevard to live right near there. $9.69. Woo! That is insane.
There was a week about maybe a month and a half ago where I remember getting gas for $2.29 at Kroger.
Oh, that'd have been nice. Did you have to put in your little code? Does it give you one of those things where like you're because you ever used any of those, like you're at Kroger or any of those, you get the points and then you can go put it in?
Yeah, but this was before the points.
Oh, before the points.
But that didn't last long. Maybe 5 days, 4 days, something like that.
Yeah. Chad, gas prices were ridiculous. I was paying $2.99 to $3.09 for 89 octane 3 weeks ago. It's $3.80 now. I'm going down to 87 octane. Diesel over $5.
Just get a limo.
Yeah. Have you guys thought about siphoning?
I keep telling Chad, he needs to charter jets, and he won't do it. And I think, the average person just get a limo.
Siphoning seems good. Just there you go.
I just wouldn't do it while you're smoking.
No, don't do that. That'll be really bad.
Oh, make it entertaining.
So,
tough one.
Yeah, Yeah, where the blank were you and Biden? Well, first of all, I wasn't here, and I bitched about it every single day because I don't know if you're aware of this. Where I lived, it was always $1.50 more than whatever you guys ever paid.
Yeah.
I paid $6.38, and I had to drive 130 miles a day to get to work. So I was putting times, filling up my car to the point where it was $85, $90. It was $6. That's where I was. Okay? So if you're going, where was it? I wasn't here when Biden was president. You guys go bitch all you want. By the way, I called Biden not being president 16 months before he announced, because I have buddies inside the White House who were telling me, dude, he's walking around naked and he's saying weird things. I'm like, no way. And then I went on air and got blasted for it by the station I was doing stuff with. So
walking around naked.
He was walking around like half naked,
things.
asking questions. When do I go home? They're like, sir, you are home. So just incredible. 327. Where I come from, siphoning, it's called West Virginia credit card.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Well done, 4029.
Yeah. That's is that what that's called? I thought that was called
West Virginia credit card.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew and opioids. Welcome to West Virginia. It's not very nice. But we're going to start feeling it in the next week or so in other places. Grocery store being one of them. things of that. I mean, you're going to start to feel it a little bit more. And also, you've already got the nightmare, and you were talking about, Ken, the TSA agents, they've not been paid.
Yeah, and some of them are paycheck to paycheck.
A lot of them are paycheck to paycheck.
They've got to call out, and they've got to go make money.
But you got to remember, though, it's the TSA, so their salary now is probably commensurate with their skill.
Okay, I know that. I've been saying a lot of stuff about the Let me tell you something about the TSA. I was never allowed to mention it at some of the other places I've worked because they're like, here goes Chad on his TSA thing. I get it, right? You know, they're not very good. I'm not trying to be mean, just being honest. You don't look at them and go, I feel safe getting on this plane, right? You know, if they're going to catch something. They're not. I'm not trying to be mean. Maybe you do catch something, but what is it? How many times do we hear stories about, well, they were at 83% or 95% of stuff that tried to get through got through. So,
and that's from the FBI.
Yeah, that's not from like Chad made it up land. Always something like that. That being said, we need them. And when you're looking out there in Atlanta, Austin, they're having to close terminals. And then you got fuel. Was it jet fuel? It's like doubling in price. My son's ticket went through the roof. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, for that, like you said, I might as well have flown in private. You know, or bought him a car for $15,000 a week or whatever it's costing to run a car now. Just insane.
We should definitely go back to having airport security privatized, though.
Yeah, privatize the TSA. Yeah, that's it.
But, you know, anybody on the left hears the word privatize, it's like, oh, my God, you want people to die.
As if that's going to happen, right? Like, okay, so wait a minute. If we privatize TSA, that is it's because you want people to die. It's because that's what's going on. The terrorists are like, we're just waiting. The minute they go private, we're totally going to attack. Not right now, though. Those light blue shirts and those dark blue pants, whew, taking away all of my liquid.
And I know some of these guys could chase me, but they sure as hell ain't going to catch me.
No, they're not.
I need my lotion.
That's right. Some of those people have Segways. You can't stop a Segway. No, I'm sorry. But I saw some of just the getting there 4 hours so you can fly from San Diego to Nashville seems insane.
It does, man.
Because what's the flight time between San Diego and
4 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours and 49 minutes. And now get there. It's going to be 10 hours. What? Yeah, because you got to get there. You got to stand in line for 2 hours before you even get in the building. Let's just say we decided not to do that. Let's just say we decided, hey, everybody, you're going to be on, your best behavior, and we're asking you guys, right, little honor system, not to bring bombs on the plane. Let's see what happens.
Don't tell me what to do.
I like my freedoms. I like my freedoms. I'm just, God, it's just, and the expense, man. We are a checkbook society. If we think the other team's going to bring us a better opportunity to expand our checkbook, we're going to look at them. But this is a frustrating thing because I think people looking at this whole thing with Iran thinking this is a war of choice. And he says he's not. Trump says, until you guys do the SAVE Act, I'm not signing anything. So even if they pass DHS stuff, is he not going to sign that?
That was kind of an old man reference.
Which one?
Checkbook society.
Yeah.
Debit card society. Nobody uses checks.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I know that.
You don't know.
You don't use it.
Bank account society.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crypto society.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. So can I bring my emotional support bomb? You can if you like. So
hey, they let me on with my emotional support Cobra. Why not?
Yeah, they probably was your spicy noodle.
Yep.
So they call them spicy noodles.
Except now I have to put her in a cage instead of just in a bag in my pants.
You're ostrich. You're ostrich.
An ostrich.
I love when people try to bring weird animals on there. Hey, speaking of animals, Ken, did you see what they have over at the?
I have.
They got capybaras.
We got to get somebody to bring us one of those.
We do. I'm working on it. One of the ladies downstairs, I'm trying to get us to bring them in capybara. We'll see if we can bring in 4. We'll see if maybe you leave with 3.
Oh, man.
Oh, those are awesome.
We can just let them live up here.
Absolutely. How cool would that be? Put a little WTN shirt on them and walk around. It's going to be awesome. Give him a cool name. Just let him just cruise around this place. Oh, yeah, here he comes. Here comes. Oh, that's our capybara. He's awesome.
I found this pig named Merlin on Instagram. His owners have little sound buttons. He pushes buttons to ask for what he wants and to say how he feels. He pushes the button that says, I'm mad, whenever it's time for him to eat, and they haven't fed him soon enough.
Oh, wow.
You guys got to go. I'll
Okay,
send
now
that
I
to you
need to
guys.
see Merlin.
You
And
gotta
when
go
they're
check
having
this out.
breakfast, he hits the I want some button, even if there is bacon in it.
Yeah. Well, my mom used to feed bacon to her pig. We called him Pignoceros because he had giant, huge tusks coming out.
Yeah.
He was awesome. Pignoceros. What's up, Pignoceros? He'd throw my mom had Great Danes and they would chase him and he would just stand there and then all of a sudden you see a Great Dane come flying in the air. Like, oh, I'm the mess with Pignoceros. All 400 pounds of him. He's a teacup.
He's teacup pig.
Yeah, he is. Like a teacup from Disneyland. That's how big that is. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. All right, coming up. You got some hilarious stuff. This teacher, he gets emails from his kids, his parents, and you got to hear some of the excuses. Stop with the defending your kids all the time, 24/7. Let them be kids. Otherwise, you're going to have them. You know what they are? If you don't let them be kids now, they're going to be kids when they're 35 living at your home still. And you do not want that. Trust me. You don't want that. If you're missing the show, shame on you. Grab the podcast. Talk about that straight ahead. Chad Bento, Super Talk 997. Prize Picks is awesome. They got great opportunities right now. They got stacks. Whoa, what's that? They got injury reboots. They got early payouts. They've got all kinds of amazing things for you as Prize Picks. It is America's #1 sports pick app. And all you do is choose 2 or more players, right, based on their projected stats. And away you go. Now, when you play your first $5 lineup, what they're going to do is something awesome. They're going to give you $50 in lineups immediately into your account when you play your first $5 lineup and use my code Chad. It's that simple. You know the games, you know the sports, and you can mix and match the sports. Maybe you want to do soccer. Maybe you want to do hockey. Maybe you want to do basketball and baseball. It's up to you. You know the sports. You pick more or less based on projected stats, and away you can go. You win up to 2,000 times your money. So download the Prize Picks app today. Use my code Chad to get $50 in lineups immediately when you play that first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
All right, North Loop going northbound. We've got a crash right before the northern split that is blocking the right 2 lanes. Then in Jolton, traffic completely stopped 24 eastbound between New Hope Road, exit 31, and Whites Creek Pike, exit 35. This is from earlier police activity. That's about a 6-minute delay. President Trump asking for help to free up oil shipments, and a popular Costco meal kit may not be safe to eat. Details coming up at 1:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Parents, stay out of your kids' lives. Okay, this is when you turn that thing on, Bell. There we go. One thing to do. You had one shot, Bell.
Emails that I've gotten from parents. Here we go. Up first. Hi. We noticed Mason has been bringing home homework. We're trying to protect his mental health and family time, so we don't really do homework in our house. Is there any way he can still get full credit without completing it? Thanks for understanding. Mason's mom.
Hey, guys, is there any way I could not do the work yet still actually get credit for doing the work?
So, do you really need to grade my son's homework?
I don't. That sounds so ridiculous to me. And I'm sure it's because of my age, but I used to get home from school, and the first thing I would do is knock out the homework because there was stuff coming up on TV I wanted to watch.
That's right. I had girls do my homework all the time. I was doing all right. I didn't do my own homework. That was silly. But my mother would never have said, hey, Chad, it's our fam. First of all, because we're not like, tight, but it's our family time, and he's working on his mental health. So if you could, yeah. Oh, it gets better.
Next one. Good morning. Emma was late because it was raining and she doesn't like the rain. It really affects her mood. Please mark her present, but not late. Blessings. Emma's dad.
Oh, hey, Emma doesn't like the rain, guys. So just want to let you know.
My goodness.
Yeah. Emma, she's not into the rain. Just want to let you guys know that. She struggles with the rain, and there's never going to be rain in her life.
I didn't like the homework, but I still did it.
I tried. There we go.
I received your message about Tyler talking during class.
That's great.
I just want to say Tyler does not talk at home unless spoken to. So I'm confident there's been a misunderstanding. Please investigate further. Concerned parent.
Wow. Concerned parent, I don't think your kid likes you.
Oh, my God. Tyler doesn't talk at home because, Tyler does it. We know Tyler, and he doesn't talk at home. So that could never be my kid. He only speaks when spoken to. So somebody has started, and Tyler gets caught every time.
And by the way, can you give him an A+?
Oh, you want that lady? Here she comes.
Hi. I saw that Olivia has a 72. We were hoping for at least a 90. Is there anything we can do to adjust that? We feel like a B better reflects her potential. Let me know what paperwork I need to fill out. Olivia's mom.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Apparently, Olivia's mom didn't graduate.
No. Think about what paperwork. You know what paperwork you need to figure out? The paperwork where she did her homework the right way and studied. Do you have that paperwork handy? Oh, you don't? Oh.
We noticed that our son hasn't completed any of his assignments. We kindly ask that you look the other way.
I thought no child was left behind. What happened to that? Right? Where's that thing?
Man.
Olivia with like a 9. She feels a 90 better reflects who she could be. Oh, is that what we're grading for who they could be?
Wow.
Our boy Johnny has fallen in with a bad crowd. He is now gangbanging on a regular basis. Could we please have his attendance adjusted to show that he was there?
He's a nice boy.
He has lots of potential. Can you grade for his potential rather than his actual work, which he doesn't do?
Interesting.
Yeah. So, Sandra, I agree with homework. Parents are not allowed to mess with class time. So why are their schools allowed to mess with family time? Well, I mean, I think you give homework. There's a difference between homework and 3 hours of homework.
Right.
I mean, you heard stories of that all the. But, Most of my classes gave you time to get some of that stuff done before you went home. And then you had a little bit to do.
I was a lot of times I was really smart. I just used time in detention to do it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You know what? And if I had something I had to turn in and I missed it, that's what ditching the other class was for, so I could work on it between. But you know what never happened? My mom called up and said, we think Chad's been wronged here. If my mom got a phone call from school, she'd be like, oh, I'm pretty sure Chad did it. Like, there was never a defense.
Hi, this is Chad's mom. We all know he's a ginger. Could we cut him a break?
Yeah, no, never happened. Never. It's raining outside. Could you just mark him present because he feels like he should be there and great for his potential?
She doesn't like the rain.
Oh, my God. This is the future of America? No. But there's some parents out there, and if you parent like this, you're going to have them in your house forever. Telling you that right now. You've passed helicopter and you're now the bulldozer. You're going to be the one that takes them to their job interview when they're 33. You don't want that. Trust me, you don't want that. All right, coming up, we'll have a little fun. Talk a bit about the Oscars. Bad Movie Monday. This movie should have won an Oscar, but it didn't. But it should have, but it didn't.
Did it win a Razzie?
It should have. Should have won 10. Should have won both. Should have won both. Talk about that straight ahead. Chad Ben Show. Super Talk 987.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Again, drivers through Jolton. 24 eastbound is completely stopped now between New Hope Road, exit 31, and Whites Creek Pike, exit 35 from earlier police activity. That's about a 4-minute delay. And then over here on the North Loop going northbound, you've got the right 2 lanes blocked by a crash there at 86 AB. Also in Jolton, blocked due to trees and a pole down. That's going to be Morgan Road at Wilkinson Road. Operation Epic Fury at the White House today. The president says asking other countries to help restore the flow of oil shipments in the Strait of Hormuz has nothing to do with helping them fight Iran.
We want them to come and help us with the Strait. We have it in very good shape. The countries, I said, we've already taken care of Iran, but now because of the fact that literally a single terrorist can put something in the water or shoot something or shoot a missile, a small missile, and it's fairly close range because it is a tight area.
Many EU nations and the UK have said they would not get involved in the Iran war. Costco shoppers in Tennessee and elsewhere being warned about a recall involving its pre-made meatloaf and mashed potato meal. The company says a supplier notified them about a potential salmonella issue with one ingredient. The affected meals sold earlier this month in 26 states, including Tennessee. Customers should stop using the product. Take it back to Costco for your money back. And the CDC estimates there have been 22 million flu illnesses this season, along with 350,000 hospitalizations, 22,000 deaths. ABC's Brian Clark says new statistics show this year's flu shot was not that effective.
The flu vaccine is typically between 40 to 60% effective each season. This season's vaccine fell short. A CDC report found it was 22 to 34% effective against doctor visits for adults, 38 to 41% effective for kids. The problem was subclade K. The new flu variant did not emerge until after this year's vaccine had been produced and distributed.
Right now in Tennessee, flu is elevated but decreasing in the volunteer state. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Well, right now you might need your heater. Soon you're going to need your air conditioner. That's what you need. The one and only Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. They are your trusted Pros for total home comfort. Right now, great opportunities. 16 SEER, high efficiency HVAC system. You purchase that or a whole home repipe, you're going to get a Yeti Tundra 45 cooler free, which is awesome. That's a Yeti cooler, baby. But it's this month. Top of that, Busy Bees got TVA rebates. So what does that mean? You're like, oh, rebates, right? So you go get a tune-up or a unit replacement. I got to fill this paperwork. Nope. They do it all for you. All of it. No hassle, no headaches, nothing. And if you want more savings, get the BZB Hive Club membership, right? Keep your home humming all year, right? Priority scheduling, discounted repairs, free annual HVAC and plumbing checks, extended warranties, goes on and on. So you got peace of mind knowing your equipment is always running at its absolute best because of Busy Bee. So what are you doing? Call Busy Bee today, 615-775-7833, 615-775-7833. Check them out online at busybehvac.com today. I like this one. The voters for the Oscars. Is there any way that you could vote my son his potential? That way he can get an Oscar tonight? He's sad if he didn't.
Our son T-Shao didn't mean what he said about ballerinas and other artists.
Opera.
Opera, yeah.
Yeah. He was apologizing for that because he really loves both of those. I mean, he just loves those traditions, right? He loves those studies of both of those things. He loves those disciplines.
He never misses an episode of the Bolshoi.
Nope, never. That guy, I'm like, stop. Take your point shoes off.
We expected nothing short of the Oscar.
We're very excited about that.
Didn't one of the categories tied, didn't it?
Yes, it was.
So they both got the
animated
Oscar.
short or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those ones where like, really?
See, I didn't realize.
Only one person voted for either.
I didn't realize that you could tie in an Oscar and you'd both get one.
Yeah. This was. I told you guys, Michael B. Jordan.
Yep.
I knew, that what was the one. Was it One Day After Another, whatever the hell the thing was called, One Better Day or whatever it was?
What? Yes. What is that?
Yeah, you don't
one
even know.
thing after another.
Yeah. So I knew that was going to win. The only one I forgot to pick was Amy Madigan for Weapons.
Yeah.
She's so awesome in that. She's so creepy.
Man, this is the first time I've seen a horror film with a witch portrayed this way.
Yeah.
She was a real witch.
Yeah, she was awful.
I think that was their way of being kind to the movie because it was just that good, while avoiding actually having to acknowledge that it was Best Picture worthy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Sinners, she was in Weapons, which was awesome. Remember, that's the one where the little kids just took off? And
Yeah.
then Sinners was awesome, and it was an action movie, and it was fun, and despite what Jason Whitlock said, it's not the most racist movie. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, but it didn't win.
No, but Michael B. Jordan did.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's and again, I think let's give it to the guy who's done a lot of great work. That way, we can avoid giving the Best Picture to it.
I
but
got you.
they do a lot of that. And then, what's his name? But here's the thing. Timothy Chalamet, had it been something else, it's a ping pong movie.
Yeah, it is.
Right? Like it's a ping pong movie. One of them is fighting racial injustice and vampires and people that want to steal all his booze and other thieves and all of this stuff. And it's a ping pong movie about a guy that was kind of a ping pong, like he would just go and he would pretend to not be good. He was a hustler.
He was Forrest Gump.
Yeah, but he was fun and he was real. The other, let's see, I told you what's her name was going to win for Hamnet. She did. And I said K-pop, Demon Hunters would win, and they did. And then on the Razzies, all of them but Nicolas Cage didn't win.
Oh, man.
You know who won the Best Supporting Actor? The Seven Dwarfs. The Seven Dwarfs, because they were awful. That movie is just watch 5 minutes on YouTube and you realize, oh, they greenlit this?
And they were all actual, what's the word? Little people?
Yeah, they were CGI.
Because they were CGI?
Yeah, and here's the thing. They were CGI, but in the making of the movie, they hired 7 normal-sized people to walk around and to basically do the stand-in parts of that.
Well, what was Dinklage complaining about then?
Because he complained about it because they're here we are, we're at this time, and the dwarves are still living in caves or whatever they were living in. I don't know, wherever the Keebler elves live. They live inside of a tree or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was upset at that's what would you want them to live? Oh, yeah, they have their own castle.
Yeah. Each one
They
of them.
bought Trump Tower.
Each one of us got our own castle, that's right. Just so stupid. And then he took away 7 little jobs, 3.5. 3.5 regular jobs.
If he wanted to play a dwarf, though, in that movie, he would have been okay. It would have been right for him because he's a dwarf.
Exactly. And he would have wanted all the lines, too.
Yeah.
He would have wanted all of the lines. He's
Doc
like,
and
nobody
Sleepy.
else talks.
Doc and Sleepy, shut your faces.
Yeah.
He would have offered to play 4 different characters.
Oh, totally. Because he could stretch himself like that. That's how he goes. Could you really stretch yourself like that?
I love the irony of him playing a giant dwarf in that Thor movie,
Oh, yes.
where he is a dwarf, but he's a huge one.
I was flipping around on my my LinkedIn the other day. Or not LinkedIn, but my Reels on TikTok.
Yeah.
And do you guys remember Small People, Big World or whatever that was called?
Oh, yeah, Little People, Big World. Matt
So-
Roloff.
Yeah. And they were at the Tiny Olympics, and they're like, their basketball game's going on. They're like, there's Brad or whatever his name is. He's 4'10". He's the tallest. He's like Shaquille O'Neal for the little people playing basketball. It was hilarious.
Stop it, man.
It was so hilarious. I was laughing so hard because he was 4'10". It's like that's the tallest you can be and still be a tiny person.
I'm not far
That's the
from it.
cutoff.
I'm like 6 inches from it.
So they're like, he's like the Shaquille O'Neal of this.
Without all the great business decisions.
They were intentionally fouling him like they did Shaq.
It was so awesome. It was a little tiny basketball field, it's a little tiny court. My
Goodness.
here's my my little sister Hunter. This is so awesome. Her Girl Scout troop leader was this little girl named Casey, she was tanny, but she didn't have the thing where the long torso and everything. She dated the little dude, the brother.
She was proportional.
Yeah. But she was also in the Tiny Olympics.
She dated the one of the Roloff boys?
Yeah, she dated the little one.
All right.
Yeah. So it was so funny though, Casey. She got her because we used to joke with her all the time how tiny she was. She would laugh about it. Or like when you won all those awards, they put those little you know, the little gold things on you just tip over because she won a whole bunch at the Tanny Olympics. Just one of those tiny pools you buy from the store.
Mom,
Swim, Casey,
falling.
swim.
I'm falling. Catch me.
She was so awesome. But oh God, yeah, I can't believe it's not the first time, by the way, that Peter Drink has done some stuff, because there's so many people in the little, you know, little I don't know, little people, tiny people, whatever you want to call them, who've complained about the fact that he gets all the parts and he complains if somebody else does, and complains about it all the time, that they shouldn't have that part because it's demeaning. If he gets a part, it's great. If it's somebody else who gets a part, it's demeaning to a little person.
Well, I think as an actor, he is extremely good.
Yeah, I do too.
But is there no other person with dwarfism that has acting ability?
Yeah,
not according to him.
Yeah, because when I was growing up, you had Hervé Villechaize, obviously a Billy Barty. You had Billy Barty.
Yeah,
you had his
Billy
wife.
Barty.
Right? You had the Bardys. There was a whole bunch of them.
Barty was kind of relegated to kids' shows, though.
Yeah, well, and he was in Little House on Prairie.
He was?
Yeah,
I
did a
don't remember
two-parter, right? Mrs. Olsen didn't like him because he was weird. She thought he was weird, and then Nancy fell into the well.
Mrs. Olsen was Nellie's mother?
Yeah, but
Okay.
Nellie was gone, and they had Nancy. Remember when they adopted little biatch? It's horrible.
Well, anybody, they can raise any kid, and it's going to turn out bad.
Yeah. So, and then she fell into the well, and they had to get Billy Barty to go down there and get her, and free her. And Nellie was, and Nancy was mean to her the whole time until they got down there. And he's like, "Hey, everybody," you know, as he does.
Remember the little guy on Seinfeld who was Kramer's friend?
Oh yeah.
They were fighting over gonorrhea.
Oh my gosh.
He took my gonorrhea.
That dude was funny.
Yeah. Well, and then you got Bad Santa. You had that little guy. He's funny,
Yes.
right? You got Wee Man, the comedian.
Yeah.
But Wee Man's a whole. And by the way, Wee Man doesn't like what's his name, because he was the first one to come out and talk about the fact that Peter Dinklage started just blasting, you know, the Seven Dwarfs movie, that $300 million budget, over, you know, them living in caves and whatnot, or whatever the hell that was going on. And he's like, he does that. So, you know, but he's got his own career. You also had Vern Troyer. He had a career for a while. Little Vern.
Brad Williams.
Huh?
Brad Williams.
Yeah, that's Wee Man.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't that Wee Man? Isn't that his, yeah. Or not Wee Man. He's a comedian. So you had several people that have all come out and said it's not the first time he's done this.
Vern, it shows you there are a lot of weird people out there, but Vern got girls by the truckload.
Oh,
Because we would hear story. Because when I was at Maverick, we had the soundtrack. So there were people that went to the premieres and some of the parties and stuff, and we'd hear back that he was just.
I went to a party in Newport Beach, and he was there with like this stripper. She was like holding him in a purse or whatever.
Do what?
She was like holding him. It's just so bizarre. I'm like, where am I?
Well, he had some kind of like really. He had more than dwarfism. He had some other degenerative
Well, yeah, that's why he
diseases.
died. He had a lot of problems.
Yeah.
You know, it was because not only did he have dwarfism, but he also had like just kind of like with Gary Coleman. I think he had kidney problems. He had a lot of issues where it was more than just that. So, and it was a shame. He was, you know, he was in several movies, but obviously the claim to fame is, you know, Austin Powers.
Hervé Villechaize lived in extreme pain.
All the time.
That's what his catchphrase was. "De pain, de pain."
Yeah, yeah.
He did, though.
But yeah, he was his condition was that his body was not growing as fast as his organs were, and it's like he was like about to bust from inside. It was sad, man.
Yeah. Well, and he was
sad
he was
story.
very depressed. He was kind of like he was the opposite, but kind of the same as you know, what's his name, Andre the Giant.
Yes.
Where the nature of their size of their bodies made them famous, and at the same time, it was excruciating. You know, just trying to live day to day, like Hervé Villechaize. When you didn't see him on on Fantasy Island, he was on canes. He was struggling big time. Then he shot for the moon. Well, not the moon, like the light. But because he wanted the same money basically that Ricardo
Montalban was making. Yeah, that wasn't going to happen.
We have an in-house resource for this whole subject that we're not using, too.
Who?
Dan Mandis.
Oh, yeah, poor Mandis. I don't, he gets all touchy about that because he wears lifts. You don't see him when he sits here. Phone booth, actually. That's how tiny he is. He's tiny. I put it in my pocket. Tomorrow, if you guys see Mandis tomorrow, grab him and ask him where your gold is.
And if he's not wearing green, pinch him.
Pinch him, but ask him, where's my gold? Where's my freaking gold? Oh, lordy.
And where's Jennifer Aniston?
That's right. Oh, Warwick Davis was a star. My buddy's first movie.
He still is.
My buddy's first movie ever. He ever did. He started out as an intern on Leprechaun, and then he was a film loader. And then halfway through the movie, because it was delayed, everybody had other movies to go to, so he got the job to be a loader. Never done it before, but he and Warwick became friends. And when you go into his house, on his refrigerator, the only thing he ever had, him holding Warwick Davis as the Leprechaun in his arms.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, so great. So. Dan is taller than Ken. That is not true.
No, we're about the same height.
That's right. And Dan throw down. And the only reason that Ken's not taller is because Ken's beard's so awesome.
My beard's holding me down.
That's it. Otherwise, Ken's 6'6". You guys have no idea. All right, coming up, a little Bad Movie Monday. I got a movie for you guys. I think you guys will enjoy. I really do. So I think you guys should go home and see it. Some of you probably have one time or another, but it was awesome.
Did it win a Razzie?
I'm going to double check. It should have. It should have.
Okay.
It might not have been Razzie then, but it should have. There's no doubt. But it also should have won an Oscar for being so awesome. Do they have an awesome Oscar? Because this would have been it. This would have been it. Chet Bench, Super Talk 987. AI could it go sideways and hurt you when it comes to your investments, your retirement? How about crypto tech across the board? Is that a possibility? Of course it is. And let's not forget the war. So I want you to do something for me. If you're worried about that, if you think, am I growing the way I need to with my investments and my retirement? Talk to my friends over at Bulwark Capital. They're doing a live webinar. It is April 2nd, 5:30 our time. All right. They're going to reveal everything to you, what it is that they do, how they focus on risk management, right? Looking for those opportunities, lower risk, lower cost, and give your upside to your retirement and investments as much as they can because they build a plan for you. It's totally free for you. It's called Cutting Through the Market Noise. It is live April 2nd, 5:30. And if you'd like to schedule now and get your free Know Your Risk portfolio review from them, you can as well. Plus, you get Zach's free daily market recap. That's what I want you to do. Go to knowyourriskpodcast.com, KNOW riskpodcast.com for Bulwark Capital Management's free live webinar, April 2nd, 5:30. Investment advisory reserved off through Trek Financial LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Investment involved risks, not a guarantee past performance, not guarantee future results. Trek 2648.
Operation Epic Fury update. President Trump claims some countries have offered to help with the Strait of Hormuz. Meanwhile, a top member of his staff has received a life-changing health diagnosis, and a labor dispute threatens meat prices. We'll tell you about it at 2 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Every Monday, we're going to do a little Bad Movie Monday. Next week, it'll be more put together. I put together the whole opening, everything. I forgot it today. For that, I apologize. But the movie I want you guys to pay attention to came out in 1986, ladies and gentlemen, and it was rad.
They say this guy Bartel is going to walk hell track.
I don't know. It's going to take a radical miracle to beat this guy.
We're here for the biggest and most important bicycle motocross event ever held, Hell Track.
You're going to do it? You're going to try to qualify?
I don't want to hear any more about it.
Oh, it's got a great song. Here it comes.
Okay, dudes, let's walk.
If you ever wanted to see an awesome bad movie about BMX, this is it. Came out in 1986. My buddy this weekend went to the 40th anniversary. They had it at a big movie theater out there in D.C. It is so bad. So it stars Bill Allen, Lori Loughlin, Talia Shire. Yeah, that's her name.
Lori Loughlin that went to prison?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, yeah. And Ray Walston, Mr., the Martian guy. And it's about a guy named Crew, lives in a small town, and they're going to do this hell ride.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something, man. This guy Bart Connor shows up, who's actually one of our gymnasts that won in the 1984. But the whole thing is, Crew's got to make a decision. Does he listen to his mom and take the SATs, or does he say screw it and rides his bike? He rides his bike.
Absolutely.
Right? And then he gets sponsored by Mongoose. But the best part of the movie, at the senior prom, he gets into a BMX dance-off on his bike with Send Me an Angel playing.
Send me an angel.
And he's doing tricks, and then Bart Connors is doing tricks, and then Lori Loughlin's got tricks. Everybody's got tricks at the prom. It was spectacular. It is so bad. I'm telling you, people, if you watch one movie that you're like, what can I do for 90 minutes that's both bizarre and hilarious? This is the movie. And you know who wrote the movie? Jeffrey Edwards. He also did some other stuff. He's the son of the Pink Panther, Blake Edwards creator. But I'm telling you guys, see the movie. It's hilarious. See Lori Loughlin. She was smoking hot as a youngster. In prison? But you know what? It's a hilariously bad movie. A 40-year anniversary. Our Bad Movie Monday. RAD. R-A-D. Coming up, hour number 3 of the program. We'll talk probably a little bit about this, a little bit. Oh, Andy Ogles, doing Andy Ogles things. He was super endorsed by a group, gave an A+ on re-immigration. Yeah, until you found out who the people gave him the A+ was about. Talk a little bit about that, among other things. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7.
Two o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Operation Epic Fury at the White House today. The president claiming some countries have offered to help protect oil shipments through the Strait of Hormuz.
Numerous countries have told me they're on the way. Some are very enthusiastic about it, and some aren't. Some are countries that we've helped for many, many years. We've protected them from horrible outside sources. And they weren't that enthusiastic. And the level of enthusiasm matters to me.
EU nations and the UK have said they will not get involved in the Iran war. The White House chief of staff gets some life-changing news, but not a change in duties. President Trump revealing that Susie Wiles, his chief of staff, is battling early-stage breast cancer, says she has a fantastic medical team and an excellent outlook. Wiles is starting treatment immediately, plans to stay fully engaged in her role. Trump says her commitment shows her strength and dedication to serving the country. And a labor dispute And one of the nation's largest meat packing plants threatens to boost beef prices nationwide. Here's Jim Ryan.
With a temperature hovering around 20 degrees, nearly 4,000 workers at the Swift Beef Company plant in Greeley, Colorado, walked off the job before sunrise, demanding better pay and working conditions and compensation for safety equipment they say the company doesn't provide. Swift's parent company says it's offered a 60-cent per hour raise. The union says that doesn't take Colorado's high cost of living into consideration.
If you picked up Costco's meatloaf with mashed Yukon potatoes and glaze, you may need to check your fridge. The chain has issued a recall due to a possible salmonella contamination from a supplier. The meals were sold between March 2nd and 13th in several states, including Tennessee. Costco says no illnesses have been reported, but urges customers to return the product for a refund. U.S. National Weather Service surveyors going to be determining if actual tornadoes did the damage in parts of Middle Tennessee last night. We had lots of warnings, but unknown if an actual tornado touched down. News 2 says neighbors were checking on each other overnight in Murray County.
And we were all out helping each other for a while, and it was raining like heck, and we were soaking wet, but we want to make sure everybody was okay.
Lots of damage there in the Williamsport Landing community. Talking about garage doors bent in, fence panels, and patio furniture tossed hundreds of yards away. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
This portion of the program is brought to you by NCNS Certified Alarms, Long-Term Contracts, license number 645. It's cold outside, Ken. It's cold! Could be the last chap ass we have.
I hope so.
Could be.
I'm all for no more chap ass reports.
Then we're on to swamp ass.
Bring it.
We've got weather that's going to be freezing, especially tonight into tomorrow.
24 degrees for the low tonight.
Ooh, shiver me timbers.
24 tonight, 30 degrees tomorrow night. and then finally we get above freezing, and we stay above freezing for the foreseeable future, boys.
So give us a little shot on what Friday, Saturday, Sunday looks like. Yeah.
Well, here's the deal. It's going to start on Thursday.
Ooh.
Mostly sunny, high near 71. Friday, mostly sunny, high near 78. Saturday, mostly sunny, high near 81. Sunday, sunny with high near 80.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy. You know what that means, guys? Book your golf now. Make sure you get your tan on. Right?
Shirts off, Speedo on.
That's right. Sun's out, fun's out, guns out.
And some copper tan.
That's right. Get some of that right there. Oh, yeah. Because you don't want the farmer tan.
No.
You don't.
No, you want the whole thing.
Somebody say it's snowing in Murfreesboro right now.
Yeah.
Well, this will be different then in the next few days. Is it snowing? Let me take a quick peek.
It's kind of snowing scattered here and there.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. We might have to rely on NES again.
Uh-oh. Oh, they're so good at their job. They're so good.
I better go get some eggs.
Teresa Applin, please resign.
Every day. Please resign from this. Please, please, please. So we got some warmth coming, but yes, the next 36 hours or so, it's going to be chilly. Going to be chilly. So we want you to be aware of the chill. Okay? This could be the last Chap-Ass report of the season, we hope. We hope. All right? I'm not saying it's going to be, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be. What's the latest you guys have seen snow?
Here?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I can't remember here.
I would say March?
Okay. Are you talking about like significant
like even
accumulation?
Like a decent amount, like snow, where it's snowing. It may not stick, but you know it's snow. It's not these little, you get some tufts here and there, but I'm talking about snow.
Well, yeah, I'd say March then for me.
I can't recall. It seems to me that everything since I've been here 11 years, it seems to me everything's been mainly in January when we get something like that, but I could be wrong.
Mid-April says 4460. Now, Ken, when you were out in Idaho.
Oh, I saw snow in June.
Yeah.
And not in the mountains.
Yeah.
In the valley.
Oh.
I was in Colorado and Denver, and I saw it in very late April.
Man.
Yeah, but you didn't see it in June.
No, June is crazy. April, 11 inches of snow in 92. April. Ooh, lots of April. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get any of that. I think because it was...
I hope not.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we're going to get some nasty heat here and there, but I think it's going to be... I think we're going to have a good spring. Now, summer... I feel it's going to be a little bit warmer summer. In a sense.
Warmer than the winter?
No, I think it's going to be warmer than we've had.
Oh.
I think it's going to be really, I think just, I mean, look what's going on in the Southwest right now. My God, it's 100+ degrees in areas. So.
I got air conditioning.
Do you? Ken, you got air conditioning in that car. You finally put that in.
I don't have it in the car.
Yeah, you did. You roll it down and away you go.
Well, yeah.
We've talked about that, Ken.
Yeah.
We talked about your awesome air conditioning.
Yeah, baby.
That's why, but that payment, at least that payment's not $900.
All the good-looking chicks dig it, too.
Yeah, they're like, is that an Elantra?
Look at that Elantra.
So Jen stands out at the car and goes, made the right decision.
This is it. Yeah.
That's what she says every day.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. Yeah. So my wife says the same thing. She's like, when I'm sitting there going, I'm going to get a capybara. She's like, you're not. I'm like, totally am.
I guarantee you, to every listener out there, I guarantee you, once he moves into a house here, there will be a capybara in his yard.
No doubt.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. I'll get two because they come in pairs. It's better that way. I've already got.
Well, you got to get an alligator, too, so they can ride on the back of it.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
Got to feed an alligator a lot, though.
Yeah, I've had those before. I've had Crocs. They're not cheap. I've had just about everything you can have. It's not. By the way, for the most part, getting the animals, not hard or expensive. Keeping them like tigers and lions and such, woo, that's expensive. They don't eat cat food.
What can you get a juvenile capybara for?
Right now, let me see what my buddy sent me a couple that he's got. Right.
And how old are they when they get weaned?
These are 2 months. Okay, he sent me, do you want a wallaby? I do not want a wallaby.
No. No, they're
I do not.
Hey, the square poop alone is worth it.
No, you're thinking of a wombat.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'd take a wombat.
Oh, I take a wombat
I
every
love
day of the
those
week.
little wombats,
I would
man.
love that. My wife would be like, all right, you can get a wombat. She would like to have a capybara. She just wants us to get into our place first. I'm like, okay. So right now he's charging me for, if I want them, he's got everything. Do you want a red-handed tamarind girl? That's 6 G's. He charged me $3,000. He'll give me 2 for $5. But everybody else is paying $3,500 for each. But they're babies.
Now, in this trade, because it's regulated, but it's
very much so.
legit.
He's got all these licenses, because he sells to zoos and whatnot.
Do they have to provide you evidence of the animal's health?
Yeah, they're going to give me everything. They're going to give me everything, health, the whole 9 yards, guaranteed live delivery, all of that stuff. So right now, yeah, it is $3,500 for the babies. I get 2 for $5. Because I told my wife, they like to be together. So,
Well, they're social animals, aren't they?
Yeah,
Don't they
they're
live
very
in
much.
little packs or herds or
Yeah.
whatever you call them?
Yeah. So, and for those of you guys who don't know, I've had exotic animals since I was a kid. And I've had some stuff.
Well, you said you had a crocodile.
I had 3 of them.
That's pretty exotic.
Yeah, black caimans. I've had
He had a
venomous
Komodo
snakes.
dragon, but it bit him, so he bit it back.
No, I would love
Komodo
that
died.
What's the most dangerous animal you guys have had?
Kids.
That's true.
Well,
mosquitoes. I used to
there
raise
is
those.
that.
The most dangerous. My caiman were my crocs. Like an caiman, they were pretty dangerous.
They
but
could get you,
they
huh?
were little, and I hatched them.
Gotcha. Okay.
So for the first year, they just every time I'd walk in a room, they go,
Right.
because I thought I had imprinted on them. But I've had some venomous stuff when I was younger that was not for. I'll tell you what, the most aggressive I ever had. I had a bird-eating spider, a Brazilian birdie.
Interesting.
Man, she was a bitch.
Really?
She didn't even go after your hand?
Oh yeah, you couldn't even get near her.
Really?
Yep, she was horrible.
See, I thought that they were actually pretty mild mannered.
Now, there are plenty of them. I've had every kind of translator you could think of, but my Goliath bird-eating spider, she just didn't like anything. And she was ferocious. And
Is that normal for the species?
Yeah, they're not a very friendly species, but it's beautiful, and they're huge. They're massive.
Like the size of a dinner plate,
Yeah,
right?
you can get the big. And she was great. She would molt. It would be neat. That was a trip, too, because she would molt, and that's where she'd move out of her body into.
Right. That's interesting.
And then it's a trip, though, because you're like, I got to go in there.
What, to get the molted the shell off?
Yeah, this isn't going to end well for me. I have a feeling.
Interesting.
So, yeah, but I've had, and my friends, I mean, I've worked with everything. I've worked with cobras. I've worked with just about everything you could think of. Cobras are very slow.
Hey, shh. Don't give things away.
There. And actually, a king cobra is not actually even a cobra. So, but they call them king because they eat other snakes.
What about scorpions? Had any scorpions?
Oh, I had tons of scorpions. Yeah. The emperor scorpions are great. It's neat. You turn a little black light on and they glow. It's awesome.
Interesting.
But, and then my big lizards, which were like my babies, everything, croc monitors, which was the best of my things, which are those, if you don't know what a croc monitor is, it's the longest lizard in the world. So it's not the biggest as far as weight. It's like the 3rd or 4th, but the longest. And their bite.
But a big chunk of that's tail.
Yeah, and their bite is as bad as a Komodo dragon's, if not worse, because of the way their teeth are.
They don't actually have venom, though.
They all have venom in some way, shape, or form.
Oh, they
for
do?
The most part.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. Yeah. So my
that...
lace monitors, all of them have some little bit of venom, but nothing. My lace monitors were awesome too.
Because you would see herpetologists that would talk about how Komodos didn't have venom; it was just all the bacteria in their saliva.
No, well, that's
and
part
then
of it.
about I think it was about 2 years ago, I saw a story where they were like, "Oops, we're wrong. It's got a venom sac in there."
Yeah. So they all do. I've had Gila monsters. Those are awesome. Slow. My buddy got bit by a monocle cobra. He almost died. They had to exert everything they could to keep him alive. But he said worse was when he got bit by his Gila monster.
Interesting.
He said the Gila monster, he goes, not a sharp guy sometimes, but he said the Gila monster, you think you're going to die with the snake bite, right? Because you're that worried about it. The Gila monster, you're going to want to die. You're not going to die, right? Especially if you're just a healthy adult. But imagine having the worst stomach flu and hangover you've ever had in your life with the worst pain in your body you've ever had.
Yeah.
And it lasts for like 3 days. And you can't stop vomiting. You can't. It's just awful.
Goodness.
I call that Thursday.
Do you? Well, he's a drinker. You know what I'm saying there? He may say stuff about me eating peanut butter, but I'm like, So I've had just about everything. But the capybaras, I told my wife, when I got, as I got older and then I had kids, I was like, you know what? I can't have these things around. So I got rid of my little brothers and stuff. And then when I had Jack, I was like, I can't do this anymore. Now, I've had my big lizards around my it's so weird because my last big lizard, Norman, he's like, they're back in Arizona. He's about 6 foot. He's massive. He'd go out and for a wander, and like the little neighborhood kids would come over, and Charlie would just not even care. He'd walk right by, and they'd be like, "Oh my God!" And she's like, "Whatever. Dad has a lot of these. These are just wandering around. This is the life we lead."
This is what I feed my dinner to when Mom makes something I don't like.
Yeah, that's it.
So have you ever been surprised by any of your exotic pets that actually showed some like affection toward you?
Yeah, Winston, my Cuban rock iguana. We had no cage for him. He free roams out in Arizona. His house, everything's his. Comes and goes. He bobs his head. He'll come over to you, like, scratch his chin.
Interesting.
Yeah, he shows nothing but love and affection, except for the cat. He swears he's like Alf. He just wants a taste.
So, how big and what did that breed look like?
He was about 4.5, 5 feet. They're big and they just look like a rock iguana. They look like it would be a rock on the ground, and they look a little bit iguana-ish, but he bobs his head. What's up, what's up, what's up?
Interesting.
Yeah, but he shows all kind of affection. And then I have some, they don't care. Like Norman doesn't care if I'm around him. He didn't care. Some of my other ones, they want no part of anything. Some of them won't bite, but they don't want you to touch them, But I've always loved that. And then, for the capybaras, though, because the kids, Charlie really wants one. I'm like, God, Steph, Charlie really wants. I want a capybara. She does.
Man, they are funny little animals.
Does your daughter have a pet? Yeah, Daddy got me a rat.
Yeah.
And it can swim.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, guinea pig. I'm just saying.
Pig.
And if I was to get a cat, like a big cat, get an ocelot. Just letting you guys know.
I heard those actually turn into good pets.
They turn into very good pets. It's like having if you get them as kittens, they'll stay kittens. They'll be big. They're twice the size of your cats, but they're fine, and you can train them. I got a couple buddies who have caracals, which are just all the time. They never bite, but whenever you walk in the room. Oh,
that'd be enough to freak me out.
Yeah, they can be.
You turn the TV on, the thing hisses. You're like, what? You don't want to watch this?
Yeah. The thing is, for a lot of animals, though, like people get these things, they don't know the size. That's why they have a problem down in Florida, how big it is. They buy it, and it's 8 inches long. They don't realize how big it's going to. And the second thing is, when they get these things, they don't realize the upkeep. Like at the peak of my lizards when I was in Arizona in the summer, you have to run the air conditioning, but I had to bring some of my animals in because the heat will kill them just as fast. And I would spend, I hate to say this, I'd spend sometimes $1,800 a month on air conditioning alone. And
wow. Well, and people don't take into account a lot of times the fact that you're feeding it a little bit now, but as it grows, the proportion of food that you've got to feed it grows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We got a good deal with the butcher, and he would give us all of his throwaways. So, because they would go
that's
through
a good deal.
Every single thing you could. Throw away. All right, coming up. No, I don't want monkeys. I had a buddy who's got a monkey.
I've heard bad things about having
awful.
monkeys.
It is 24/7. It's like having a drunk little person in your house all the time who wears a diaper, and you can never be without them.
Bubbles murdered Michael Jackson.
Bubbles killed him. See? Just crazy. All right, coming up, Andy Ogles. We'll laugh at him a little bit. I can't believe you. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Among other things, straight ahead, Chad Benson shows 7-997. Okay, Omaha Steaks is amazing. Their big spring sales going on. Massive sales from everything you could think of with Omaha Steaks. Some smash burgers over the weekend. Absolutely delicious. Do not sleep on the Polynesian pork chops. Do not sleep. They are amazing. You will love these things. And I'm telling you guys right now, the sale is massive, and you get an extra $35 when you go to checkout. So if you want the best around, bite for bite, guaranteed. If you're not happy, send them back. America's Butcher since 1917. I swear by that. My family swears by them. We eat as much as we can until there is no more. And those fillets wrapped in bacon, otherworldly. Get yourself some Omaha Steaks. The spring sale is going on. Massive sale right now. And save $35 when you check out. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use my code Benson. omahasteaks.com. Code Benson. See site for detailed terms may apply. United Structural Systems is awesome. They're local, they're amazing, and they're ready to help you. Foundation waterproofing experts. You've seen the stuff that's rolled through here. Guess who knows about Tennessee and the ground that we live on? Yeah, United Structural Systems. Since 1994, they've been around forever and 32 plus years, just cranking out. 30,000 local homeowners have turned to USS, especially in times of need. Their experience, guess what? They know exactly what they're doing. And part of that is knowing exactly what you're dealing with. Right, so every crack, every leak, it all tells a story. USS knows the signs, and they pinpoint the problem. Whether it's foundation settlement, basement and water intrusion, crawl space, moisture issues, so much more. Let them do what they do. Come out and give you a free inspection. It's not going to cost you anything. They're going to take the guesswork out of everything. Just the best in diagnosis from the people who know Tennessee homes and the ground we live on. So what are you waiting for? Call them today. Make sure that as the seasons start to change, that you're ready for what could be coming. 615-488-7855, 615-488-7855, or online at USSTN.com.
President Trump says high prices won't last long, and Tennessee has landed a major clean energy investment that could reshape 2 counties here in Middle Tennessee. These stories and more at 2:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
A lot of you guys chiming in about Andy Ogles. He's a bag of poo. That's how I feel about him. He's a racist. He says ridiculous things. And I'm sorry, his latest thing, guys, are you ready for this? Providence Society remigration score. He gets an A+. He's celebrating that. Right? Oh, by the way, they also celebrate things like Adolf Hitler, and they urge development of something resembling the Nazi 25-point party platform for Western countries deporting black American citizens to Africa.
Well, that's sick.
Yeah. And first of all, if Trump said today, I think Muslims are great for the country, tomorrow he'd throw a party and forget all about all the things he said, and hope you would too, because he's a follower. He's got nothing going for him outside of that. I'm sorry. You know what? I find it to be ridiculous. And many of you are chiming in have said, look, I am voting in this district just to vote against him. Normally I wouldn't. I'm like, I get it, you know? And I often wonder, is it a Trump thing? Like, did Trump drag these people to this position? No. This is what you have. And they feel that Trump has given them cover to be who they think, you know, who they really are. And I'm just, you know, it's another opportunity to look and just say, this guy, right? Always something. And he's the one who's like, oh, I think Trump should run for a third, right? Was it the third one? He was the one who put the bill up for him to run for a third term. It's like, come on. And it's just, we got to do better. You got to do better. And in many cases, I just
Let's spend some time putting up a bill that's blatantly unconstitutional instead of something like maybe getting government out of my health care.
Yeah. No, that's never good. Well, they've already fixed that, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Obamacare fixed it.
No, and then Obamacare didn't do it. And what happened? Don't get sick. That's the new one. They're out of your health care. They made it cost more than they got out of it.
Wash your hands.
I looked up, I found some old, a box full of old stuff from when I was working in Atlanta, and my deductible on my insurance at the time was $500.
Oh, wow.
Wouldn't that be something?
I wouldn't even know what to do with that.
Now it's $1,750. Thanks, Obamacare.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. Your new one is don't get sick. What's your deductible? Just don't get, you don't even have you can't afford insurance, so don't get sick. Your new deductible is $0.
And people are always, they're like, well, you know, now pre-existing conditions are covered. Not when you can't use the insurance, they're not.
Yeah. And I'm still waiting, by the way, for the Republicans to roll out the don't get sick bill. Does anybody remember that? Because of the war, because of Epstein, that kind of went away. And so now, you know, people are paying a lot more.
They have had that plan ready to go for the last 18 years, and you just need to be patient.
The minute she said, let's pass it and see what's in it, they're like, we've already got a plan to go against it. And here we are all those years later, and there's still no plan.
Well, there's a plan. You just can't see it, so you find out what's in it.
Yeah. It's a secret. Don't get sick. Don't get sick. Shh. Don't get sick. Coming up, interesting about the vouchers. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Got a lot of your text as well. Maybe a little bit about Iran. Iran. What's going on there? I don't know. It was a weird, you know, Trump's like, oh, a lot of people are enthusiastic about it. And I only want you if you're enthusiastic. If you don't want to do it, I'm not going to make you do it. You better be enthusiastic about coming to potentially get bombed.
I hear there's a lot of prime real estate opening up for development.
Yeah, that's why he and Witkoff were over there, old Jared and them, thinking about Tehran. All right, coming up, we'll talk a little bit about that, among other things. Chad Bench Show, Super Talk 99.
2:30 on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Operation Epic Fury update at the White House today. The president claims high prices aren't going to last long.
I can tell you that when this is over, oil prices are going to go down very, very rapidly. So is inflation, so is everything else.
Right now in Middle Tennessee, Gas Buddy has the average price per gallon of gasoline at $3.47. That's up 83 cents from last month. Tennessee has landed a major clean energy investment that could reshape 2 counties. Create Energy says it will expand its Middle Tennessee footprint with 1,003 new jobs. The project includes a more than $76 million investment in a new 338,000 square foot facility in Orlando. That site will become the company's main production center and generate the vast majority of the openings. Another $2 million will go into the Portland location, which will focus on research and international partnerships. Travelers across the nation feeling the impact of the partial government shutdown, with TSA staffing now at a breaking point. More than 300 officers have walked off the job, and those still working are doing it without pay.
Atlanta TSA officer George Borick is a former firefighter in New Jersey. He says he knows firsthand during a time of heightened security like right now with the fighting in Iran that it's important to gear up security, which the TSA cannot do when officers are not getting paid. He has this plea to Congress.
We can't do that unless Congress does what they need to do. Fund us. Let us go back to work. Let us gear up.
Airline CEOs have now sent a letter to Congress demanding that TSA officers get paid. Alex Stone, ABC News.
Better check the fridge. Costco recalling its pre-made meatloaf with mashed Yukon potatoes and glazed meal kits because of possible salmonella contamination. Recall covers products sold between March 2nd and 13th, including here in Tennessee. Costco says an ingredient used in the meatloaf was pulled by a supplier, and if you bought it, don't eat it, return it for a full refund. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
But again, feeling like the teens and even single digits by morning. Tomorrow we'll see sunshine, highs in the 40s, but we're back in the 80s by the weekend.
Oh, kids, all kinds of deductions and the one big, beautiful bill. Do you know about them? Well, our good friends over at Beacon do, and you need to talk to them about how they can help you when it comes to your taxes. Not just your taxes, all things when it comes to your retirement. The financial side of stuff, yes, taxes, yes, investments, but also health care. Make sure that's a big one right there. Long-term care, very big one. Estate planning, they can do it all. You can get a free personalized financial consultation with our friends at Beacon. And I'm telling you guys, the taking advantage of the opportunities with the taxes, the one big beautiful bill, it's not going to be around forever. But whether that's writing off car loan interest, and we were just talking about the expensive cars earlier, or maybe above the line charitable deductions, or maybe if you're over 65, an additional senior deduction up to $6,000 with a phase out. Now, it's not a complete elimination of taxes and Social Security benefits, but it's a good start. Take advantage of it. So that's what I want you to do. Call them today, find out what they can do. Maybe you need one of these things or all of these things. They will help you. They're amazing. 615-488-9303, 615-488-9303, or online at beaconcm.com, beaconcm.com for Beacon Capital Management. This is a paid placement. Oh, several of you chiming in about animals. I want to get the capybaras in here. I want to see if they'll bring them in for us, because I think it'd be great. We used to do a thing when I was out in Phoenix where the World Wildlife Zoo would come on once a week, and they'd bring all the animals you could think of. Whatever we asked her to bring, she would bring us. Whatever she could. She was awesome. Smoking hot. Awesome. Very smoking hot, by the way. Like otherworldly. But she was the sweetest. And so we say, if I wanted whatever we wanted, bring an alpaca. Okay. Next thing you know, there's an alpaca inside the room. And everybody's like, what the hell is that?
Bring a dromedary.
So, yeah, she'd bring in anything, Bring a bitterong. She brought us a bitterong. That's one of my dream animals. It's a bear cat. But the thing about a bitterong that is so awesome is if you ever are around one, it smells like popcorn, butter popcorn, because the same stuff that they have that smell is the same thing they use in butter popcorn. And it's so amazing.
I totally forgot my thought. The not Steve Irwin. Who was the guy in up north who passed away from pancreatic cancer? Had his own place.
I'm trying to think.
Just recently?
Yeah, well, no, it was a couple of years ago. He's got the aquarium now. Anyway, his place.
Brian Barchuk.
Yes.
Yes.
His place actually has one of those now.
Bitterongs are awesome.
They got it, I think it was a few months after Brian died.
Yeah. Bitterongs are awesome. They're just huge. They got these massive tails. And it's like having a cross between a giant, huge, fuzzy slinky and a seal with a tail.
And they are very affectionate animals.
Yes.
They don't mind being held.
No, they like that. They'll sit on your shoulder all day. Don't get a monkey.
No, sir.
People keep asking, don't get a monkey.
I hear
they know how to use
things.
propofol.
Yeah, they will. They're really good with drugs. Don't get a monkey. That's what I tell you. They're the worst, and it's just so much work. And you have to think about, too, because I have a couple tortoises that are going to outlive my kids. And they're going to be massive.
I freaking love those big turtles.
Yeah.
Wasn't there one of the Galapagos turtles that just died recently that Darwin actually brought back?
Yeah, there was a couple. There's one, I think, one of them just turned 120. There was another one that, so.
Wow.
They get, if you live in Florida, weirdly enough, you can get a Galapagos. It's hard to get them, otherwise you sneak them out. But it's not very good. I got to ask Matt how the raccoon, because didn't they go down to speak at to plead their case?
Testify in front of Congress?
Yeah.
Or in front of the General Assembly?
Yeah, because I want to find out how close they are. Raccoons are very close to being domesticated. If you get them as little ones, they're fine. And they're not going to get rabies.
Especially if you take them to your vet and get them inoculated.
Yeah. Now, Maha would probably help him get rabies, but not, Did you see
that's what I was going to say. The Nashville Zoo just opened a capybara exhibition.
Yeah, that's what I really
They've got 4 of them now.
There's 4 I want. We got to bring them in. Joe says, when I was young, a neighbor of mine had a chimpanzee. No.
Yeah.
No. Stay
Go to
away from
YouTube
those.
and look up the story about the woman who had one and it ripped her face off.
Yeah. Well, I was her neighbor, because they will love you, but imagine there's a new movie coming out called Obsession, which, by the way, looks amazing. It's a horror movie about a guy who he's in love with this. He's in high school. He's in love with this girl, and she doesn't. They're just friends, and he has I think it's called a One Wish Willow. And he wishes it's like a candy, and for her to be in love with him, and she's obsessed, willing to kill for him. Nobody. That's what it's like having one of those.
Wow.
Yeah, I got to have that kind of loyalty, or I can't date a girl.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I obviously don't get that kind of loyalty.
If there's no chance of me getting a restraining order about you, I don't know how you feel about me. I need a restraining order. That's the love I need. That is the love I need from you, ma'am. Hey, is it in Colorado where they're doing the beef?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the workers there are tired of the conditions. Apparently, they're tired of where they work being below freezing all the time. But I don't know how else you're supposed to. What other environment meat you put meat in?
Yeah. So what would you like? Would you like us to keep it at room temperature so everybody could get poisoned and die, and then you guys have no jobs? I mean, is that it?
I think it's more about pay, though.
Yeah.
I think they were offered like a 60-cent raise, and they said, have you seen what the cost of living is?
I know, and I know that Trump right now is trying to figure out a way to the whole, hey, where can we get migrant workers to work farms and things of this nature? Because come to find out, no Americans didn't want to do those jobs. They didn't. And, yeah, that I can guarantee you there's a lot of people in there that probably... First of all, because they're in Colorado, it is so damn expensive. I mean, as expensive as it is here at times, it is nothing compared to some of these places where you're just like, how does anybody survive? Oh, we were talking about car payments earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, think about if you work there, what are you probably making? If you're getting offered a raise of 60 cents, it'd be great if it was the 1800s. You're like, damn, I'm living life large.
Be a millionaire.
What am I going to do with myself? I might buy myself a 5,000-acre house. Yeah, but we don't live then. We live in the now times. And the now times say Colorado's super expensive. You can't even afford good weed with that at 60-cent raise.
I read a story over the weekend that Elvis paid $100,000 for Graceland, and I translated that into today's money due to inflation, and it's still only $1.1 million for the house.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, it is, yeah. It's so weird. I watch, because I like to watch like weird houses, like for sale. I just saw, have you seen the guy who started Oakley and Red Cameras? His house
Oakley, the sunglasses?
Yeah, his house is for sale in California, and it is, the property, first of all, it's circular, and it goes underground, and it's all concrete. And you look at it, you're like, what? But it's got maybe one of the best views you'll ever see in L.A. No, not even close. It's $68 million. And it is amazing, by the way. It is absolutely it's one of those houses where he's also a big designer, and you're like, that's incredible. But you're thinking, who could afford, like, who's going to buy that? And who's going to buy it for $100 million next?
There was a house in California that Oprah bought, and when she bought it, it was touted as the most expensive house in the country, and it was $75 million.
Yeah, that's her house up in up past Santa Barbara.
Well, due to inflation and government shenanigans in the market, that's you sneeze at that these days. What's the Beverly Hillbillies house was up for sale for $250 million?
Yeah, it's just insane. Like, what are you going to do with that?
That wasn't even a really big house.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it's about property, right? That's also the other thing. Because think about it, like a place like California, like Texas, houses go up, and if you're willing to drive 40 minutes, you can live in a house that's freaking amazing, right? Like if you lived in oh my God, or Belmead or any of these places, these kind of houses, and they're going for $500-600. Why? Because they can build all the time. There's room. We got a lot of NIMBYs, not in my backyard.
My friend, who was the program director of a couple of the rock stations in Dallas, he did exactly that. He went 40 minutes north of Dallas, and bought I can't remember the square footage on the home, but it was like a 5-bedroom home, and he bought the lot next to him so nobody would build a house.
Smart.
So smart.
And it was not like he was paying a fortune, and maybe you would now, but he got it for like what you would consider reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because he was outside the city.
Yeah. I mean, I'm watching this beautiful home, $68 million. I mean, it is so incredible. And you also get bikes that he's created. So they're made of concrete and steel. They're amazing. Each one goes for like $100,000. You get to keep some of the cars, but $68 million. And then I watched another person who's got a house. This one is in Manhattan. It's on the water, and it's 13-car garage. You also get the cars with it. It's like a $2 million car collection, but you park, and then it goes under the water, under the ocean, and you walk around inside, and you look out, and you see just the ocean. Nice. But I don't have $50 million. I'm a little short.
Well, maybe we should save our money.
Well, this is what's going to happen when we sell it. We get our big tuna win.
That's right.
But it's all about land because in so many of those places, Bell, there's nowhere to build, and they won't let you build.
Well, to catch $1 million tuna, you need a boat.
Yeah, well, but that was also
which somebody didn't get us.
I forgot to put my trailer hitch on my Elantra.
That's okay, man. You would have zipped too. That thing would have been a little wheelie up and down the street. We've been rocking it though. You know what though? That Elantra would have probably towed the hell out of that.
You know it would.
You know, we may not be going fast, but we're going somewhere.
Actually, I'll just want to wait until it's 100 degrees with 90% humidity.
No air
That's what
conditioning.
I'm waiting on.
And Belle and I are going to ride in the back in pirate outfits.
I'll wear a patch.
Oh, my Lord. Who was it? It was who's the guy that retired from West Virginia, the senator? Manchin. Manchin lived
Joe
in
Manchin.
D.C. He lived on a boat.
That's right. He did.
He lived on a boat. I follow these people, man. But I'm telling you, you're thinking to yourself, you live in Florida, you can live on a boat for $250,000 rather than live in a house for $500,000. Why not?
Didn't John Kerry live on a boat when he was in Congress for a while?
Yeah, I think he did too. I think they were pals. They lived next door to each other. But so I'm watching all these things, and then just to show you how expensive thing is, house in Tuscany, vineyard. It's a castle, 8 bedrooms, $3 million.
Wow.
So $3 million in Tuscany with a vineyard. It is truly a castle. You go up, you take this thing all the way up to the top, and you're out on what would have been, where you could fight. $3 million. Here, it'd have been $35 million.
Absolutely.
Well, clearly the wine that place is producing is not that good.
Well, I wouldn't have done. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, Brother Chad doesn't know about
You
that.
have your
I would
wife.
just produce peanut butter.
Sure. Tell your
That's my goal.
You have your wife tell you if the wine's any good.
I have a peanut butter farm. What are you doing? Raising my peanut butter farm?
My hero's Jimmy Carter.
What are the
pretty
grapes for? Jelly.
That's right. That's all they're for. Some people want to get drunk with them. You know what I want to make? The best peanut butter and jelly sandwich ever. I took a bite of one today. I was sitting next to Belle. I'm like, I've never had this before. This is peanut butter and jelly
Isn't that
together?
Uncrustable?
Oh, lordy, lordy. You guys want to know, my buddy who was listening says, if you want a white-fronted capuchin, the worst, he'll sell you one for $10,000. Two-year-old, parent-raised, male, unaltered, which means it's all together. And if you want something that will never allow you to ever be alone, ever, 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 there you go.
A monkey.
A monkey. Oh, Lord. No, thanks. No, thank you. Capuchins are the worst. Marmosets, horrible. You know what I want?
Really, the marmosets are?
Yeah, they're not horrible. They're not great. You can get a baby pocket monkey marmoset, a tiny one. They're expensive and they're not horrible.
Yeah.
But and you don't have, you can still take them, but they're not annoying and they're neat to look at. But if you're going to do something fun, do something fun. Go get yourself a capybara.
Actually, I'm just going to get a teacup pig that will only grow to be 30 pounds.
And by that, we mean 300 pounds. I know what teacup it's sitting in, but it's a big-ass teacup.
It's one of those from the Magic Kingdom.
You guys want to hear? Here, I'll tell you a wacky story. So my wife takes Jack home when we were in So she would always take Jack home to his mom's in San Diego. They'd meet in the middle. And because he always go home late Sunday night. So she goes home. This is great. This is my wife's story in a nutshell, how much I love my wife. She takes him home. On the way home, she calls me. And she says, I got a surprise. I'm like, okay. I can't wait. She gets home. Are you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
She stopped at one of those, like just places you can go to the bathroom. It's just, it's a regular rest stop. But they're nice. She befriends a guy there who's struggling. He's got a pig, and he just can't afford him anymore. So my wife brings home a 200-pound pig.
Did she pay him for it?
No.
He just gave her the pig.
Mm-hmm.
Where's she put him at?
So she comes home, and I'm like, she goes, come outside. I go outside. There's a pig in the car. I'm like, what the hell is this? She goes, Sky just gave me a pig. Who does that? Now, get ready for this.
The woman married to the guy who wants to keep a capybara in the apartment.
My wife would be sending in pictures because she was really nice to the guy. My wife helped him out a little bit and stuff. He calls my wife like a month later. I need my pig back. He drives all the way from Idaho to get his pig back. And I thought to myself,
Because he was just lonely without him,
I'm
right?
like, do not tell me about animals. Do not. You stopped at a rest stop and got a pig.
Man, my mom, she has a friend who rescues pigs. Basically, it's people who think they're getting teacup pigs.
Yeah.
And then they realize that they're getting massive. So this woman takes them in. She like feeds them, you remember the Dolly Madison apple pie?
Oh, yeah.
Cherry pie? That's what she feeds
They'll
them.
eat
That's got to
anything.
be good for him.
It is. Oh, it's all good for them. All so good for them. I love that.
I
and
mean,
that's
she's
why
got like 30 pigs running around her property.
That's why they stay so thin and so tiny. If we could keep them that small, you could sell 1 billion of them. All right, coming up, Matt. He's here. I see him. We're going to wrap it up straight ahead. Chad Ben Show, Super Talk 99.7. Oh, I just got a weather report from Matt. He says it's cold outside.
It's cold. Cold out there
Hey,
today.
I didn't ask you. Did you and Cameron get a chance to speak about your raccoons?
We did. Well, we spoke to a group of bureaucrats in a conference room, along with the sponsors of the Senate, both the House and the Senate sponsor, Kip Capley and Joey Hensley. And I think the bill this year is going to be altered just to eliminate licensing fees.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to pay money outside of the money that you have to pay for a breeder. Because right now in Tennessee, in order to buy, you can buy a raccoon.
Yeah.
And you can own a raccoon. But you have to buy a raccoon from a licensed breeder. And the licensing process is such that there are no, I guess there's one in Columbia, but it's costing, it's like $1,000
Yeah.
to buy a raccoon. And so we're trying to lower that cost point. We're going to take baby steps.
I like it.
Baby raccoon steps.
Baby raccoon, little tiny ones. What are you talking about today?
We're going to talk a little about this situation with CVS Pharmacy and the PBMs.
Oh, the benefits manager.
And I'm trying to figure all of this out. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at on this issue. I really don't know where I'm at on the issue. I don't have enough information, so I'm going to lean on the audience a little bit, and we're going to find out what happened.
Right on. He's got a big show for you. It's cold. Stay warm. A little Hot Take Tuesday tomorrow. Matt, you kicked some butt today, and thanks for getting us out of there early last night where Dan and I didn't have to stay up super late.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, it was good.
It was nice. You guys have a good one. We'll do it tomorrow.